Air Force with space on the outside. Will she go around? Yes, she does. She has the legs on her. And the Air Force reply in a good fashion.
A brilliant try, the much needed one for the yeah women. They score under the sticks, so the conversion will be easier. Beautiful reply they needed that, and they have answered the questions piled up after conceding that early try. It's all to play for in this first half. 3 more minutes remaining. An important conversion on the way. That hits the crossbar, so the score will remain 5 points. Costly 2 points for the Air Force there. Giving a slight edge as you see a replay of that, sending the ball wide. She went around the play and then put the afterburners and easily went over under the sticks to score that try. But all the hard work undone with the conversion hitting the crossbar. So still Army on the lead. As the Air Force puts a deep kickoff. And a big tackle on the Army player there. And good counter-act from Air Force. And winning the penalty. Momentum moving towards Air Force in the last couple of minutes. Now sending the ball, cutting back in, finds a space. Just a few meters away. Now Air Force setting things up. In the corner, number 1 still going strong, finally held up. Now the number 8 looking for support, finally puts the pop pass. Few 5 meters away from the try line. Some good continuity of play, and another penalty for not rolling away. So a few penalties on the trot for Air Force. They take this, they have numbers in the corner. And no, they don't need that number as she cuts back in and goes over for the second try. Brilliant comeback from Air Force.
Army had penalties piling up on them. Plenty of mistakes coming their way. And Air Force just pouncing on the mistake and going over that. Plenty of numbers on the outside, but she opted to go herself. Conversion, not good though. And the score will remain 10 points to 7. Take a look at that. Had numbers on the outside, but opted to go closer to the posts, make the conversion easier. Didn't help them though.
Yeah, 4 points missed out by Air Force. 2 easy conversions missed out. So that sometimes may come back to hurt you in the last few minutes of the second half. As a deep kickoff collected well, but a seatbelt tackled by Air Force. Could be a card. Referee Atavara instructing the player to stop as
he'll have a word with his AR as well.
He's given the yellow card, so straight away Air Force giving away the momentum back to Army with that seatbelt tackle. Down to 6, and straight away Army opting for a scrum.
Yes, the right decision, having the numbers advantage. So, Air Force, they need to stop these unnecessary errors. Trying to run on the blind side are the soldiers, and cutting back in, a lovely offload. Tries to offload again. Referee says play on. Numbers on the outside. Needed to get that maybe a second earlier. Once again, Army, not the best of plays from them, and it looks like that will be half time. Air Force go into lemons with the lead.
Air Force surviving the last minute or so with 6 men, 6 women in the pitch, and Army piled on some good attacking moves, but nothing to put on the scoreboard. So the halftime confirmation, Air Force 10 and Army 7 points. Still the game on. Semi-final in the women's segment. Here we go, the highlights of the first half. Army scoring earlier on and adding the conversion, and then Air Force piling on a good comeback with a brilliant run from the 22-meter, and then just before halftime they cut back in and scored a try. Couldn't convert both, so they will remain at 10. 3 points, all open game in the second half.
Definitely slender margins between the two teams, just a 3-point difference. Like you said, Nilan, this could come and bite Air Force in the back. Those 4 points that should have been easily converted. The last try definitely quite close to the center of the post, but both teams have their work cut out for them, as Air Force, they are in the lead, but Army not too far behind, just a slender 3 points.
Or set for the second half. Important 7 minutes of play. You win it, you go to the final. You lose it, you go home. So all to play for in this 7 minutes. Another deep kickoff from Air Force, putting Army straight away deep in their territory. Good pressure from Air Force. Good defensive work, but still Army prevailing. Going forward, Air Force putting the pressure on the breakdown and wins the penalty. Brilliant work from Air Force.
Lovely work at rock time by Air Force. Straight away on that, and they take the tap quickly. They're really good at doing that. Now numbers on the outside. She opts to go herself. Does have the legs on her. Oh, this is lovely. Lovely work. Going all the way to the center. And she'll definitely have a smile on her face after a performance like that.
Yeah, that's the second try for her in this game. And knowing that she has the pace to outrun the Army defenders, she puts on the afterburners, running around, and then has the presence of mind to come back and score under the post. So now they need the conversion to go. She has done all the hard work, and all the hard work goes in vain as the conversion is not successful. 15-7, 3 tries to 1, but Army has to score twice if they want to stay in the game.
Yes, but take a look at this. She had a player on the outside, quite confident with her pace. Goes all the way back, trying to go under the post, but the defense lets her down quite close to it though. Now, short kick by Air Force, and scrappy collection by Army. They need to get 2 scores in if they want any chance of staying in this game, as they look to switch up directions.
Sending the ball wide now, Army. Looking to find some space, puts the pop pass. Still standing tall on the tackle. 4 players committing there, so they have only 3 in the outside. Now sending it to the corner. All to do is run around, but she takes the direct route straight into contact. She's stayed down after that contact. Now Army winning a penalty. Slowing things up.
Air Force, they do really good at rock time, but Army has lost the ball forward. any chance that they had to creep back into this game. They needed to get a try off that play. Now Air Force to seal things. They've missed 3 of the conversions. 6 points going in vain. It's a different scoreline altogether. It will be a 21-7, which shows much different in England.
Especially 3 kickable conversions. So you are playing the highest level in the women's game in Sri Lanka, and those conversions are very crucial. We saw the development teams also putting a lot of conversions. So that's somewhere that that Air Force need to look in. When they win this game and face Navy, that is going to come in very crucial, because Navy is a solid side. Now Air Force looking to run through. Charani goes through the gap and puts the pass. Now the double try scorer sending the ball to the corner. Air Force searching for options, but she straightened things up and finally goes down. Sets the ball. Now again, quick ball out. Looking to find some space. Changes the direction, but Air Force are moving backwards in attack. Just near the halfway mark. Finally brought down. Ball available to play. Air Force continuing to find some space. She found that gap, but put on a pass, and she did the correct thing, committed 2 defenders to herself, but couldn't put on that pass.
Yes, that earlier one though, she went through the defense. Might have done better for her if she just kept going, but opted to give it out. Had plenty of numbers, and like you said, did the correct thing. Drew 2 defenders in. Unfortunate that time. The pass not going Air Force's way, but possession has been given back right away. These are the errors that Army have been having throughout this game. It has not helped their cause to cut back on this deficit that they're having.
Yeah, they started well. Started the game, but then it was all Air Force. So into the deep into the second half. Now they're going to spread it wide. We'll try to use. She wants to run around again this time. She's marked and brought down. Now setting things up again, Air Force. Changes the direction and loses the ball, and they are playing to the referee's whistle. Army continuing the play. Puts the pass. A good tackle by Air Force, bundling her into touch.
Yes, good work. Air Force, take a look at this. Pulling her all the way out. This is what you need. This is good defense. You always bear that risk of getting bundled into touch when you run in that outside line, but this time she was taken all the way there. Good work in the tackle, driving her legs through that. And that throw was definitely crooked. Air Force given position back straight away.
Opting for the scrum. If Army can score here, we could have a good finish coming up. Now changes the direction, sending it wide to the corner. Good inside pass. She finds some space, waiting for support to arrive, but Air Force had to get that ball, but does not come according to plan. Now, good passes, string of good passes from Army. Knock-on advantage also for Army. Crucial juncture. If Army can score here, then it will be all open. They have the numbers to the corner, but she will try to run around, but not good pass from her. Pass going forward there, and that will be it. Yafo's winning the game, 15 points to 7 against Army, and they set up a final against Navy. Same final as the first leg. And that's the full-time confirmation. Yafo's 15, Army 7.
There you have the highlights of that second half. Air Force coming on top 15 points to 7 and will be qualifying for the final. So it will be Navy versus Air Force, the encounter we have seen for the past week as well. Air Force and Navy facing each other for about the 5th time in 1 week. But all the 5 times, Navy prevailing and coming out on top. Here are the stats. Air Force 15 points to 7. 3 tries to 1. And with the sun scorching down here, action yet to come. We'll be heading into a small commercial break, and on the other side, tune in for more of the knockout stages here at Racecourse International Stadium.
This is not just cricket. This is passion. This is pride. This is Pakistan's biggest T20 spectacle. Watch every boundary, every wicket, every unforgettable moment of the Pakistan Super League 2026. Live on the Papare 1 and the Papare 1 HD, Dialog Play App and ThePapare.com. Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
ලොව අංක එකේ ක්‍රිකට් සැනකෙලිය නැවතත් තියුණු තරගකාරීත්වයේ උණුසුම දැන් ඔබේ නිවසටම IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Television සමග එක්වන්න රුපියල් 397කට IPL පාස් එක සක්‍රිය කරගෙන මුළු IPL සීසන් එකම Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ නමමන්න සක්‍රිය කිරීමට ඔබේ දුරකථනයෙන් on හිස්තැනක් DTV හිස්තැනක් ඔබේ ගෙනුම් අංකය හිස්තැනක් 2026 ලෙස ටයිප් කර 0770 679 679ට SMS කරන්න. Epic rivalries reignited. The big match season is here. Iconic showdowns from Colombo to Kandy, from Mathura to Jaffna. Battle of the Blues, Maroons, Saints, Brothers, and so much more. Witness history as the future stars clash for glory. Big Match Season 2026. Live on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
හයේ පහරවල් දියුණු කඩුළු දවා ගැනීම මේ කිසිම දෙයක් මගහැරගන්න එපා කොතැන සිටියත් ඕනෑම වෙලාවක සජීවීව IPL අත්දැකීම දැන් ඔබේ අතටම IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Play සමග එක්වන්න අදම Dialog Play App එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර රුපියල් 268ක් රීලෝඩ් කරන්න Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ මුළු IPL තරගාවලියම සජීවීව නරඹන්න
Spectacle in franchise cricket, Indian Premier League is back for another thrilling season. Sri Lanka's finest stars and the global icons are ready to set the grandest stage of them all ablaze. Every six that shakes the stadium, every yorker that silences the crowd, every moment that stops your heart. Don't just watch it, feel it. Live on ThePapare.com.
This happened. Oh, what an effort. Cope technique.
Schools Rugby is back. The Dialog Schools Rugby Knockouts 2026 ignites the season. Defending dreams or shattering rivals? Who's claiming glory in 2026? Watch the action live on Dialog Television, Dialog Play, and ThePapare.com. Schools Rugby Unleashed.
This is not just cricket. This is passion. This is pride. This is Pakistan's biggest T20 spectacle. Watch every boundary, every wicket, every unforgettable moment of the Pakistan Super League 2026. Live on the Papare 1 and the Papare 1 HD, Dialog Play App and ThePapare.com. Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
ලොව අංක එකේ ක්‍රිකට් සැනකෙළිය නැවතත් තියුණු තරගකාරීත්වයේ උණුසුම දැන් ඔබේ නිවසටම IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Television සමග එක්වන්න. රුපියල් 397කට IPL පාස් එක සක්‍රිය කරගෙන මුළු IPL සීසන් එකම Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ නමමන්න. සක්‍රිය කිරීමට ඔබේ දුරකථනයෙන් on හිස්තැනක් DTV හිස්තැනක් ඔබේ ගෙනුම් අංකය හිස්තැනක් 2026 ලෙස ටයිප් කර 0770 679 679ට SMS කරන්න. Epic rivalries reignited. The big match season is here. Iconic showdowns from Colombo to Kandy, from Mathura to Jaffna. Battle of the Blues, Maroons, Saints, Brothers, and so much more. Witness history as the future stars clash for glory. Big Match Season 2026. Big Match Season 2026. Live on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement.
හයේ පහරවල් දියුණු කඩුලු දවා ගැනීම මේ කිසිම දෙයක් මගහැරගන්න එපා. කොතැන සිටියත් ඕනෑම වෙලාවක සජීවීව IPL අත්දැකීම දැන් ඔබේ අතටම. IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Play සමග එක්වන්න. අදම Dialog Play App එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර රුපියල් 268ක් රීලෝඩ් කරන්න. Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ මුළු IPL තරගාවලියම සජීවීව නරඹන්න.
The biggest spectacle in franchise cricket, Indian Premier League, is back for another thrilling season. Sri Lanka's finest stars and the global icons are ready to set the grandest stage of them all ablaze. Every six that shakes the stadium, every Yorker that silences the crowd, every moment that stops your heart. Don't just watch it, feel it. Live on ThePapare.com.
This happened. Oh, what an effort. Good technique.
Schools Rugby is back. The Dialog Schools Rugby Knockouts 2026 ignites the season. Defending dreams or shattering rivals? Who's claiming glory in 2026? Watch the action live on Dialog Television, Dialog Play, and ThePapare.com. Schools Rugby Unleashed.
This is not just cricket. This is passion. This is pride. This is Pakistan's biggest T20 spectacle. Watch every boundary, every wicket, every unforgettable moment of the Pakistan Super League 2026. Live on the Papare 1 and the Papare 1 HD, Dialog Play App and ThePapare.com. Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action. Feel the excitement.
ලොව අංක එකේ ක්‍රිකට් සැනකෙලිය නැවතත් තියුණු තරගකාරීත්වයේ උණුසුම දැන් ඔබේ නිවසටම IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Television සමග එක්වන්න. රුපියල් 397කට IPL පාස් එක සක්‍රිය කරගෙන මුළු IPL සීසන් එකම Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ නවමන්න. සක්‍රිය කිරීමට ඔබේ දුරකථනයෙන් on හිස්තැන DTV හිස්තැන ඔබේ ගෙනුම් අංකය හිස්තැන 2026 ලෙස ටයිප් කර 0770 679 679ට SMS කරන්න. Epic rivalries reignited. The big match season is here. Iconic showdowns from Colombo to Kandy, from Mathura to Jaffna. Battle of the Blues, Maroons, Saints, Brothers, and so much more. Witness history as the future stars clash for glory. Big Match Season 2026. Big Match Season 2026.
And we are back here at Racecourse International Stadium. The Shield final, Police taking on Army.
Yes, Police, they have their work cut out for them, making some blunders during their last game against Sri Lions. And that's it, we are underway. Police collecting it early on and trying to make their way with a bit of space on their side. Dikumbura. Good work to keep that ball in play by Police. And it looks like they've given away position. Dikumbura takes it quickly. And Army has lost the ball forward. Unforced errors from Army. They had plenty of numbers on the outside. Should have used that penalty that they were given.
Army just giving the ball away at the center of the field. Police will be looking to do something. A shuffle in the scrum, and the penalty goes towards Army. Army, quick tap taken by their scrum half. Shows left, cuts back inside. Dikumbura well marked. And here is the overlap on the outside. Gives a dummy, shows and goes, puts offload back on the inside. No, goes back, says the referee. Dikumbura is there to regather. He shows one.
Dikumbura trying to make his way through. Now Shivantanarada. Ratnayaka. Just one man on the outside. Does he have the legs on him? Good step back in. And that will be the first try for the Soldiers. Great work from them. Shivantanarada, he started that phase of play earlier. And then they swung it back the other way. The Soldiers drawing first blood in the Shield final. The Dikumbura conversion doesn't go through.
Well, that's going to be a punch in the face for the Police team, because it's always a very impactful statement whoever scores in a final. And Nadara, Shivantanadara steps back in. There was a defense coming, but they had no option. Just let him score, because there was no way he was stopping that. Dikumbura with a high restart goes a little bit too far, uncontestable.
Yes, now Police tries to show and go. Cuts back in on the inside. Good work. Lovely, lovely running angle, supporting angle. Yusuf, he goes under the post for Police, and they return the favor to the Soldiers.
Good running angle by Avishka Hiran. He opened the gap first, and then came Kaushal Yugunavira. He was there in support, and the final running of support lines was perfectly implemented by Yusuf there in the corner. And good passing by the police team as well. It's never easy passing those long passes in this 7th circuit while at the pace you are running. And here's the replay. Kaushalya spotted that gap, spotted that he needed support, and good communication there. Yusuf on the outside. And the army from up had no chance as Yusuf sprinted down the touchline for the score.
Yes, that was good work by police. Started though by Kaushalya Gudavira. He started that lovely running angle on the inside, and looks like marching orders have been given to Kasun Bandar as the cops have the advantage now. The slender 2-point lead as they opt to go for scrum, rightfully so, with the numbers advantage. Good decision by the cops.
Army not fielding any scrum ups there, so there will be advantage for the police scrum up if he decides to run, but he decides to pass it. Switch insides is Avishka Hiran, gives a long cutout pass, inches away from going forward. Police manages.
Yes, sir. Now police once again numbers advantage. They need to make use of this. The try scorer Yusuf going into contact that time. Kaushalya clearing it through, but referee Aruna Shanta says Army penalized once again, and the scrum taken. Good rugby by police. Army have not been playing their best in this first half so far. Just that single try.
Well, Varun, I think the sun is taking a toll on Army here. They don't seem to have the right body language to be playing in a final right now, but I hope that can change in the second half with the coach's advice. While police have been up to the task, but still only with a 2-point lead. A 2-point lead is not a lead at all. And here goes.
Yes, it's Matisha Pereira who will dot down for police. And they extend their lead just before going into half-time with a minute or so left. This is good work. Police have brought out a totally different ball game from what they played with the Sri Lions. It's good to see that they've realized their mistakes from that game. They were caught lacking on several occasions during that important game for them.
Well, police would have been disappointed with that game because they were the victims of Sri Lions' first win of the season. So Sri Lions will be very much happy with that, and police will be thinking themselves, why were we out of all in that position? Because police showcased wonderful rugby yesterday, day one, and the first leg as well. But today they have been set up in the Shield final. Well, leading now 12 points to 5. Matisha went over in the corner and almost getting the ball again is police, but a knock-on given away. And that's the Army's big man, Chintaka Sadhuruwan, running down the far corner, but ultimately going into touch. And that's going to be half-time, says referee Aruna Shanta. Police going into Lemons with a lead.
Yes, the cops have done well for themselves in this game. Shield final, the halftime score confirmation. Police 12 points to 5 against Army. Army, they have plenty to do in the second half, but let's take a look at the highlights. Army did draw first blood with this try, and then the cops, this lovely team effort. Yusuf through for that try. And then there was one more that the Cops were able to get. Score 12 points to 5 at the end of the first half.
Hurry up, White! Blue!
Well, if Army can score first in the first half, within about 1 or 2 minutes onto the game, they can be right back. But they have to stop Police from scoring, so a lot at task here, a lot at risk, a lot to ask from the Army team. And Police will be looking to gain the same momentum in the second half. The momentum peak they reached in the first half with 2 tries to their name. Prince Chamara, regular starter for Police, absent here. Probably injured from the games in the morning session. Prince Chamara, important cog in the wheel for this Police team, not present in this final. And while we are saying that, the number 20 of Army, Prasanna Jayatunga, gets the ball. And just when we were saying if they can score within the first minute of the second half, 30 seconds into the second half, they score and they are right back in the game with under the post conversion.
Absolutely. Got to get your conversions right. And it's all equal here now in the Shield final. Both teams with about 6 minutes left. Good work. Pounced on that loose ball. Prasanna Jayatunga. Another key player for the Soldiers as the restart. Taken well by Police. Trying to take things quickly at the restart.
Well, the
high tackle says
Okay, didn't okay.
referee Aruna Shanta as the Cops take it quickly.
Well, the Police are the only team to blame. They have to blame themselves. That wayward pass there. Well, Virun, I think Prince Chamara's absence is massively felt here because he normally would keep control of the game in the middle. And when you're outside, you could hear him saying, slow down the ball, slow down the ball. But he's absent, making a big toll on the Police team.
Absolutely. Definitely, Vishma, I think Prince Chamara, a seasoned campaigner for the Cops. He knows how to play good sevens rugby. And definitely not having him out there is a disadvantage. And now, once again, loose ball kicked down by the Soldiers. But with plenty of space now are the Cops. But it's that man, he's always there, the Kumbura, to cover up for Army. Hands on the ground.
Okay.
Army should have come away with that ball. There was no supporting player for the Cops. Scrappy ball once again. Now the try scorer, Prasanna. He's looking for options, but he gets tackled in the process. But the Cops jump on this. This offload has to be good.
Release.
Offload is wayward.
Advantage.
And advantage coming Police's way as they go over. Rukshan Madhushankar goes over for Police as they go ahead in the Shield final.
A couple of bounce passes there. Rukshan Madhushankar's luck favoring him at the right place at the right time for that offload. And Police regain the lead in this Shield final. 19 points, 2-12. We'll read the score with 11 minutes done. 3 more minutes to play for that prestigious Shield silverware. Both teams will be looking to grab that. Army can still come back here. They need a much needed converted try. Then only they can make the scores very even. So Army, Sudhakar Dikkumbara has been very impactful. He's been everywhere, but just not having the necessary support from his teammates, just not showing the necessary determination. I hope they can get it in these 3 minutes, and they can show us what they are made of, and maybe take this Shield final to some extra time action that we have not seen in a while.
Yes, definitely. It's just a converted try that separates these two teams. But it will be that time factor as Kamage sends it out to Prasanna. Prasanna looking for options. He sends it out to his winger. Now once again, Army advantage for them. Narada takes it quickly to Gamage. Gamage, short ball, and he takes it back. Good offload, Narada. Narada will go under the post. This is lovely stuff by the soldiers. Back and forth rugby. This is good sevens rugby to watch. An interesting game happening here. As the conversion is good. Take a look at this try though. Lovely, lovely continuous play and offloads. As Narada, he goes over.
Well, the soldiers with that never give up attitude, never say die, and they've tied the game once again. Police having the lead, and they have found the lead, and the scores are tied here at Racecourse International Stadium in the Shield final. And Army all of a sudden have control of here with another offload going their way, and that's Tarinda Tandasena will be going down for the fourth Army try and the lead for the first time in this game. But will that be the end? No, there is 1 minute more. Will Police do something?
Now this is a good final. Army creeping back. They did manage to draw first blood in both the halves. The Police, they came back strong as the conversion is good as well from Gamage. 26 points to 19 now. The Cops, they are in a big spot of bother now. Lovely work. It's good hands. Lovely continuous play as the restart comes through.
Well, from trailing to leading, Army was on the back foot. Now they are very much with 1 foot over the line, off the finish line. Few more seconds to go, and will he be held up? And Army ripped the ball again, and they are inches away, about 10 to 15 meters away from the try line. More like 25 meters. But Sudhakar Dikkumbara here, spot space, and he is through. Dikkumbara will seal the game and put this Shield final to rest. Dikkumbara will take as much as time he likes because he knows this is the end, and he touches down, and the Shield final will be heading to Panagoda with Army coming on top over the Police.
The final nail in the coffin done by the danger man himself for the soldiers, Sudhakar Dikkumbara. When it matters most, he puts up a performance for his team, and the soldiers will be the victors of the Shield final in the second leg. Lovely work from them. That's the full-time score confirmation, 33 points to 19. What a game we had, Bhishma. It was back and forth until a certain point, and then the soldiers running away with it, absolutely running away with it. Take a look at these tries.
Definitely, we were wonderful because Army were on the back foot the first few minutes, and then they came from the trenches to win this game. Coach Sanath Martis will be very happy with this performance from the soldiers, and they run with the Shield final. Wonderful stuff, and this is the rugby we love to see. Never say die till the last minute, and Army come out on top. Dikkumbara with the final touchdown and the final blow from Aruna Shanta. And the key stats: Police 3 tries, with Army scoring 5 and 4 conversions. Army coming out on top on the Shield final.
So we have our first winners of today, the Shield champions of the men's segment, Sri Lanka Army. And now we'll move into the Shield final of the provincial segment. We've got the North Central Eagles taking on the Southern Sharks. And with me in commentary is Jani Duhim sir. Very good afternoon.
Very good afternoon, Nathan. North Central Eagles versus Southern Sharks in this provincial category ball finals. As we head into the final stages of this SLR Sevens 2026, right now in your screen, the ball finals in the provincial category between North Central Eagles taking on Southern Sharks, and all important final, and both these teams are pretty sure will want to make sure that they clinch this ball title. Sharks pretty sure will look for a comeback because they were not up to the potential during the day one as well. And yes, Sharks starting well off that kickoff, fending off 3 players and go straight into the ground. And here are the Sharks now with the attack. Good start for the Sharks. Still ball available. Not the best of passes, and pretty sure it was a knock forward from the Sharks, and the Warriors, rather the Eagles, will get the first scrum down of this ball final.
Yes, first time the Southern Sharks are playing today. They received a bye to get through to this final. North Central Eagles, on the other hand, won rather convincingly over the Uber Tigers. So certainly Eagles early favorites for this ball final, but anything can happen, especially in sevens rugby, as a scrum penalty is drawn and tap taken. Now tries to work it out wide, but unfortunately the winger drops it, and it's an early reprieve for the Southern Sharks.
Yes, the Eagles did have the opportunity there to run around, but the player in the corner knocks the ball on, and now it will be a scrum down in favor of the Sharks. And Sharks pretty sure will look to attack
Crouch. Bye. Set.
and will look to draw their first blood in this ball final. Here are the Sharks now. Scrum looked good, and now sending it to the corner, and here's the number 7 getting through. Seems like she'll go all the way, and yes, she does, right under the sticks. Opens up the score in this ball final, and for Southern Sharks, that's the first try of the game, and 5 points for the Sharks with the conversion to come.
It's a well worked try that time from the Southern Sharks. It's quite refreshing to see, isn't it, Janidu? And the conversion is through as well, so 7-point advantage. But like I was saying, an area we were very critical of in this provincial segment. These players not just work in the line, just not work in the line. And this time they showed how much space you can open up in an opposition team if you can just get the ball from left to right and get them off their defensive lines. So the rugby from these provincial teams, and at the correct time of the tournament as well.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the sevens circuit, most of the coaches advise to make sure that the first 2 phases are being sent to the corners, and eventually the third phase, the defense, will create few opportunities or rather gaps as Southern Sharks restarts things. Here are the Eagles now, straight away gets into contact. Good tackle from the Sharks, and the Eagles opting to go from the short side. Gets sucks on 2 defenders, and seems like it's a high tackle, and referee has immediately gone into the pocket and sends the player into the sin bin. Not good signs, especially in a sevens game, losing a player can be a huge disadvantage. Now Eagles have the numbers advantage. They've got to make sure that they capitalize on this opportunity.
It's taken quickly by the Eagles, working their way up to the 40-meter mark, but
Hands.
tried to contest that ruck. Unfortunately, couldn't support her body weight. Another chance for the Eagles. Had options out wide, chose to cut back in, just caught in an ankle tap there. Crucial intervention from the Sharks defender. Now they send it out to the speedster. Unfortunately for her, well-marked tackle coming in. They've done well to keep the ball though. Have the Eagles. Now she shows and goes right through the gap. Quick ball is needed, but allow the Sharks just enough time to regather. Now trying to run round the outside, the number 7. Just need to get that ball out. Do the Eagles need to take a leaf out of the Southern Sharks playbook? Yes, the number 7 isolated on the blind side, and that's a chance wasted from the North Central Eagles. The Jackal is good at the breakdown, and now here's the number 8 for the North Central Eagles. Big handoff and a beautiful supporting line run by the number 11, and the Sharks, they collect their second try. Some great play from them.
Yes, absolutely. Sharks scores their second try right under the post. Like you mentioned, Nathan, brilliant support play, brilliant support run, and did very well to capitalize on that opportunity. And here comes the conversion, and that's true as well. Well, this is a brilliant comeback from the Sharks, as the referee says that's half time. 14 points to nil. Southern Sharks having the upper hand. Brilliant comeback from the Sharks compared to those previous games they've played. They've improved immensely in this ball final, and the Eagles right under pressure, 14 points behind, and all to play for in that second half.
Yes, North Central Eagles will be pretty disappointed with their effort so far. Certainly a better side than this, but unfortunately just couldn't make use of their chances. So you have your halftime confirmation. It's 14-0 in favor of the Eagles. Taking a look at the first half highlights. Well worked try to start things off from the Sharks, using their line to good effect, and then brilliant support in play from the number 11 to double their advantage and put one hand on this provincial bowl championship for the Southern Sharks. Second half gets underway by the try scorer for the North Central Eagles, and unfortunate knock on straight from kickoff, and Southern Sharks with an early opportunity in this second half to potentially put this game to bed. Janidu.
Yes, absolutely. Straight away starts very well. The Sharks, not a good start from the Eagles. They've got to make sure that they restrict their errors in the second half, which has been the concern for them in the first half. That has cost them 14 points. And they've got 5 more minutes if they are to come back into the game. But here's a lovely scissor, but obstructed by her own teammate. And it'll be turnover ball. Opportunity gone away. And here's the Eagles taking that quick tap, and she gets through the gap. But a lovely defense there from the number 7 of Sharks, who scored that first try. And straight away turnover ball. Brilliant defensive work from the Sharks. A good tackle followed by a good turnover in the ruck from the Sharks, and here's the tap taken now. Number 10 fends off one and gets into contact, and the ruck looks solid for the Sharks. Here are the Sharks now working it to the corner. Here's the number 7. Will she go for number 2? And she gets through off 2 defenders. And yes, seems like she will go for her number 2. And yet another try under the post. Number 7, you beauty. Right under the post. And seems like the Eagles will have no hopes yet to draw their first blood. And here's the conversion coming. This time not successful, but they wouldn't mind that. They're 19 points ahead. 19 points for the Southern Sharks. Take a look at that replay. 2 defenders cuts in. And the 2 defenders certainly miscommunicated their man. And number 7 makes no mistake with going over that whitewash.
Yes, she's been a real standout performer, isn't it, for the Southern Sharks. We've seen some good talent on show in this provincial segment. Certainly helpful for the growth of the game, identifying some good talents from all across the country. And the Southern Sharks with just about 2.5 minutes left on the clock, away from the bowl championship. This time kickoff goes a bit deeper. Picked up and worked out wide by the Eagles, but bit slow from them. Now working it back infield, hunting for at least a consolation score. Now yes, the number 11 cuts inside. Needs support to arrive quick though. And unfortunately, ball has been dropped. Has been the theme in this game for the Eagles, hasn't it, Danidu?
Yes, it's the errors that have costed them the game. They were the favourites heading into this ball finals, but Southern Sharks have proved it wrong. They've turned around everything, and here's the big lad for the Sharks, gets into contact, but straight away knocked forward. Just couldn't execute that placing the ball, and the referee will award the scrum down to Eagles. Just 1 minute away from the final whistle, and seems like pretty much looking at the current situation, Sharks will take the bowl championship home. Nevertheless, Eagles will have to sit down and think about, rather think back of the errors that they have created throughout this finals. Been a good team, not quite what they expected in these finals.
Yes, and another scrum down penalty given away by the Sharks. One last chance for the Eagles to get off the mark. Space opening up in the line, but that pass has gone to no man's land, and that's picked up by the number 10 for the Southern Sharks to seal it and put the icing on the cake. Runs round the defender. Now she'll wait before she dots this down. She knows exactly what she's doing. Ensure that the Southern Sharks don't give the Eagles a sniff. They collect their 4th try. Conversion, simple one coming up. Unfortunately, goes across the crossbar, but they won't mind one bit. Southern Sharks, your bowl champions from the provincial segment, here at the second leg of the SLR Sevens Series, and what a way to top it off.
Yes, absolutely. What a comeback from the Sharks. Brilliant improvement compared to the first day. They've not been up to their potential, but right so turning out in the all-important game in this ball finals in the provincial segment. And the Sharks will take the bowl championship home, as the Eagles and the Sharks congratulating each other as we have the final confirmation in the screen. Full-time score 24 Southern Sharks to 0 North Central Eagles. With that, Southern Sharks will be emerged as bowl champions in the provincial segment. As we have a look at the replays, highlights rather, Number 7, a brilliant step there through 2 defenders, opening up the score in that second half. And a loose ball here, and number 10 very well spotted, very well collected, and straight away into the under the post. Took her time to score the try as well, utilized the time pretty much well for her team, and making sure that the victory is sealed. And Southern Sharks with that will be emerged as ball champions once again.
Yes, so, congratulations to the Southern Sharks, and now we'll move into the bowl final of the men's segment. We'll have Sri Lance taking on Air Force Sports Club, but before that, look at your key stats: 4 tries and 2 conversions to the Southern Sharks. Nothing to show from the North Central Eagles. Was quite a disappointing performance from them. Now moments away from that final in the men's segment. Sri Lance taking on Air Force, both two very competitive teams, and 2 teams that like to run, so will be quite the interesting watch. Of course, both of them would be disappointed that they are playing in the bowl final. They've certainly got players with a lot more potential from that, but there is still something up for grabs for them here at the SLR Sevens Series.
The club segment ball finals, Sri Lanka Sports Club taking on Air Force Sports Club, and the ball finals in the club segment all set for the game. Both teams have lined up, just a matter of entering into the grounds and going ahead with that kickoff. And Sri Lanka, good comeback from them, beating Police Sports Club in a crucial game. They were in trouble in the last second. They were in the Police 22 and getting a penalty. Brilliant work and brilliant anticipation. Took that quick tap and straight away a 90-meter sprint right under the post, and that sealed the victory for Sri Lanka and heading into this ball final. And Air Force Sports Club, yes, a side with lots of potential, but things quite didn't go out on their way today. But right now they're in this ball final. Pretty sure they would want to clinch their title home. So they're looking favorites in this ball final. Enjoying life. No, I'm saying enjoying it, but little I have. Enjoy the little moments in the life. Yes, the two teams are heading into the grounds for that ball final in the club segment. Sri Lions versus Air Force Sports Club. Pretty sure it's going to be an interesting game, but Sri Lions, a side that comes with a lot of young blood in that side, and of course Air Force, lots of experience men and also a blend of young blood. Pretty sure Air Force are looking favourites, but nevertheless, till the last second of the game, you never know, especially Sevens rugby, very unpredictable, creates lots of opportunities, lots of gaps, and a huge credit for these players for playing in these tough conditions. The heat is not easy as well here in Sri Lanka, as Sri Lions will be on the receiving end. Air Force will kickstart things.
It's a ball in hand of Kavisha Kaluarachi, of the standout performers for Air Force Sports Club throughout the season. Both teams will have their eyes on this bowl championship in the men's segment. Kaluarachi kicks off, and straight away good contestable kick, tap back by Air Force, and they manage to gather. Excellent stuff from the airmen. Now here's Kaluarachi, spots the gap, tries to run through. Good covering tackle that time from the Sri Lions winger. And even better work from Aaron Pereira to force his man out wide. Air Force have done well to keep it nonetheless. Now it's been worked back infield, spots the gap, needs the supporting player. Support arrives. Air Force trying to wriggle their way through. Lovely offload and a show and go, and this is the first try for Air Force Sports Club. Great continuity of play, brilliant handling, and they have rightfully been rewarded with a score and a 5-point buffer to start off this final, Janidu.
Air Force, what a start for them in this ball final. And here's the conversion coming, and that's through. 7 points for Air Force in the first minute of the game. Good start from Air Force. Well, nevertheless, good defense from Sri Lions as well, but Air Force, that consistency, the offloads did help them to get through. And number 22, Masindu Bandara, scores the first try for the Airmen, as Kaluarachi is ready for the restart. Yes, Kaluarachi with the restart. A good high-hanging kick, pressure coming straight away, but the Sri Lions number 9 trying to collect it on the jump, loses the ball, but all safe for Sri Lions. Here's Aaron Pereira slowing things down with the goose step, gets into contact, he's isolated but offloads on time. Good support play from Sri Lions. Yes, now Sri Lions on the move. Good support. And unfortunately has been bundled into touch.
Yes, good covering work that time from Air Force. They have an impressive line speed, and they needed all of it on that occasion. Keep their lead intact. Sri Lions have some speedsters in their ranks. Saw what they did against Police. Kaluarachi feeds into the line out. Yes, Bandara, the try scorer. Now swinging it out, sucking in the Sri Lions defense. Needs to put on the step here, and that's exactly what he does. Cuts back inside, does Pasindu Pereira. Not sure if that was the right call. Had some space on the left-hand side. Ball has been quickly recycled though by Air Force. Now that's Shashika Fernando. Bumping off his opposite number, Denuan Silva, but turnover wasn't good, says the referee. No clear release, and all that effort in vain. Air Force with another penalty. Now here's Kavisha Kaluarachi looking for the space, opens up a gap, breaks past the first tackle. Here's Kavisha Kaluarachi for the line, but dragged down just short, but quickly recycled by Air Force Sports Club. But unfortunately, ball has gone forward, says the referee. That will be an interesting replay to watch.
Yes, very unfortunate for Air Force. Kaluarachi doing all the hard work, and just a matter of picking it up and going over that whitewash. But we'll have a look at that replay. Just that moment. Yes, the ball slips out of the hand. Good defense from the player from Sri Lions. And loses that opportunity to extend the lead. But nevertheless, Sri Lions will have a scrum down in favor of them, but be in their red zone, so they've got to make sure that they have no room for errors. Here's Aaron Pereira steps out, a lad who can run very fast and will have the gas, gain some important meters for his team. Well, for a moment I doubted that was the Air Force player coming from the side, but Sri Lions has the possession now. Yes, then one big lad sending it to the corner. Lovely step and fends off one, fends off two, but loses his balance. Now Sri Lions very consistent. Now on the move. The formation has a huge depth. Here's Aaron Pereira now. It's the number 9 slowing things. Gets into contact. As he lost the ball.
Number 21.
Nevertheless, offside says the referee. Penalty in favor of Sri Lions.
Quickly taken by Tanuja Dilshan. Scored the match winner in that game against Police. Now here's Denuwan Silva, interestingly, on the wing for Sri Lions, and works it out beautifully to Pramukha Theekshana. Tackle is missed and he'll dot down right underneath the post for Sri Lions. Brilliant handling there. Few appeals from the Air Force players, and referee consulting his assistant. But to the naked eye, that looked like a try, didn't it?
Yes, it looked like a try for me as well, Nathan. And but the only concern is, has the assistant referee spotted anything? No, it's a clean try, and referee says it's a try. Very well done by Sri Lanka to make sure that they land it under the post, because they do know that Air Force did manage to get 7 points, and now the opportunity with the conversion to equalize it for Sri Lanka.
Conversion is through, so 7 points apiece. Just seconds left in the first half. Take a look at that. Tackle missed completely. Yes, Theekshana went out, but I think he got the ball down just in time. At least that's what the referees think. And Sri Lions with a deserved score.
It's definitely a deserved score. Sri Lanka talking about the improvement from the last leg and from the last day. Pretty much impressive, and puts on a lovely high hanging kick into the corner. Yes, the contest coming from Sri Lanka does very well, and it was off the hand of the Sri Lanka player, so it will be a scrum down in favor of the Airmen. Also seems like a player from Sri Lanka is down after that contest. Probably would have got in contact a bit harder. 7 points apiece. And according to our clock, the first half is done. Most probably could be the last play before heading into Lemons.
Yes, Air Force with a scrum in their favor, don't want to take any chances.
Forward. Air Force ball. Mark here.
So a scrum to finish off this first half.
Ready? Crouch. Bye. Set. Steady.
Feeds in, and a good contest at the scrum down. Looks like the penalty has been given away by Sri Lions. Taken quickly by Air Force, so overload in the blind side. Have an overlap in the corner. Tried to go by himself though. Sri Lanka's line was offside as well. Now a long looping pass out onto the left hand side. Here's Bandara. And now puts on the step does Pasindu Pereira, but Aaron Pereira does really well. Air Force though still managed to keep the ball, and no one sweeping back for Sri Lions. Intelligent cross kick coming in, unfortunately bounce not favorable. Airmen push back a few meters. Here's a lovely offload over the top from Air Force. Ball is still with them, but no, the jackal is brilliant. by Sri Lions, winning an advantage as well. Can they turn the tide? Yes, the grubber coming in. And referee will play that advantage for a high tackle. Erratic passage of play. Sri Lions taking no chances, putting that out into touch. And it will be a half time. 7 points apiece, but quite an interesting first half, isn't it, Janidu?
Yes, absolutely. A brilliant first half in this club segment ball final. 7 points apiece. Sri Lions versus Air Force. Sri Lions playing with heart. Brilliant defense, brilliant attack. Of course, Air Force, a team that has experience. I'm pretty sure both teams would want to fight back in the second half. As we have a look at the highlights of the first half, that was the first try that was scored from Air Force for Pasindu, and this beautiful try from Sri Lanka to equalize the score, and 7 points all, and all to play for in that second half.
So second half about to get underway here. Game hangs well and truly in the balance. Both teams racking up the 7 points in that first half. It's a high hanging restart from Sri Lions. Air Force knock it on, and early advantage to Sri Lions. An early penalty as well. Interesting to see what they do with it, and quite interestingly, Janidu, Sri Lions have opted for the scrum from that penalty.
Well, probably might have a set play arranged because Sri Lanka are looking a bit organized compared to that first leg. They're playing some consistent sevens rugby, and yes, like you mentioned, interesting to see that they're opting to go for the scrum down. Can see what the plan is from Sri Lanka, sending it to the corner. Here's Aaron Pereira, puts on a little grabber kick, but does very well Air Force to cover it. And here's Vishal Akalanga, fends off one, fends off two, but referee doesn't want to play the advantage, and he brings back the ball to that initial infringement. It will be a scrum down in favor of Air Force, I believe.
Yes, interesting call that, because Akalanka had plenty of space to run into. Could have been a try for Air Force, but Sri Lions, unfortunately, set move not working for them. Well read, I think, by Rasindu Bandara. And the scrum goes in favor of Sri Lions. And Air Force bring on their experienced man, Gantid Damalgoda, try and finish this game off.
Well, yes, the scrum will be in favor of Sri Lanka. The knock forward was the hands of the Air Force player, and yes, of course, very well read there though. So signature move usually by Aaron Pereira. He got plenty of gas in his legs. Yes, Aaron Pereira slowing things down, gets into contact. Two defenders right on the ruck. Has the ball been turned over? No. Still available for Sri Lanka, and here's Sri Lanka now Cuts in, cuts out, slowing and gets into contact. Offload goes astray and will be a knock forward. And this time it's an opportunity for Air Force as they'll have a scrum down in favor of them.
It's Sri Lions once again just trying to do too much there. Could have used the width of the field, but kept it close quarters. And eventually paying the price, giving away a scrum, and Air Force feel this is going to be a crucial opportunity for them. Here's Idda Malgoda now. To Bandara. Bandara tries to run round the outside. Rasidu Bandara is bundled into touch by Aaron Pereira. Brilliant covering tackle. His defense has been immense all tournament, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely top work by Aaron Pereira. Not letting Rasidu Bandara go around him. There you go, that tackle bundles him into touch. Brilliant work by Aaron Pereira and Sri Lions. Air Force did they have the opportunity of scoring there. They were inside their own 22. And opportunity blown away. Now Sri Lions have to make sure that they do not cause any mistake in this line out and make sure that they hold on to possession. Yes, Sri Lions now. Good rush defense from Air Force. Puts it to boot. Sri Lions not the best of kicks. It will bounce away inside the 22. Well. Feels like Sri Lions could be on danger with that kick.
Time off. Air Force change number 13. Number 10. Sri Lanka. Number 10 off.
So Air Force have a reprieve, still with a chance. 3 minutes left in this game. Haven't seen any of the finals yet go into sudden death, Janidu. But this game certainly a candidate for the first. Very evenly matched sides from what we've seen in this past 11.5 minutes. Sri Lanka especially quite impressed with them. Considering the way they performed in the league, they've turned it around and they've looked a lot more organized, like you said. Now here's Air Force off the line out. This time Bandara spots the gap. Goes over for the potential match winner. Rasidu Bandara really making a difference in this ball final. And probably the score that we could decide the game, Janidu.
Well, yes, Aaron Pereira did have, almost had Rasidu Pereira. He did have the gas in his legs, but just couldn't hold on to his legs. Was Aaron Pereira, and Rasidu Bandara scores the second try. Conversion goes astray, but nevertheless, they won't mind that they are up in the game now. As we have a look at that, there you go, Aaron Pereira putting a big effort to stop him, but number 22, Rasidu Pereira, plenty of gas in him as well. 12 points to 7. Air Force having the upper hand. Just 1.5 minutes left in this ball final between Air Force and Sri Lions. Sri Lions have to make sure that they collect well in this kickoff. Make sure that they play consistent sevens rugby and go over that whitewash. No much time left for them to get out of danger.
So this restart will be crucial, a bit more deep than the Air Force team would have liked. But luckily for them, Sri Lions have lost the ball forward. So just a matter of holding on to possession now for Air Force to seal the bowl championship in this SLR Sevens. Of course, the overall titles are awarded based on points aggregate. But at least the championship for this leg, Air Force can clinch. They can hold on to the ball here. Yes, Idda Malgoda out to Bandara. Pasindu Pereira. He sees a gap on the outside. Pasindu Pereira. This time the cover defense is a bit better from Sri Lions, but Air Force still with ball in hand. Now puts on the step. Does Arosh Ratnayaka looks for his options. Lovely offload to Kaluarachi. Great continuity of play from Air Force. Space opening up out wide. Here's Idda Malgoda trying to suck the defense in, and that's exactly what he does. And Air Force will run in for the match-winning try, and the try that will put this game to bed. Pasindu Pereira will take the credit, but great continuity of play and great performance overall from this Air Force team.
Yeah, it's a brilliant performance by Air Force Sports Club. I'm pretty sure with this conversion to come, most probably the time, the time's up in this ball final. Brilliant show by Air Force, but not to forget Sri Lanka. They did play really well as well, as the conversion not successful, and with that, that's the final whistle from the Wesley.
So taking a look at the last try there. It was all created in the earlier phases. Gayanthi Malgoda, all he had to do was draw and pass, and Air Force, with that surge in the second half, have emerged victors of this bowl segment, 17 points to 7. Yeah, the full-time confirmation, Sri Lanka just couldn't pull on their socks after a good first half showing. This man made all the difference. Rasindu Bandara spotted the gap, and no match for Aaron Pereira, and then Idda Malgoda in the defense, and an easy try for Pasindu Pereira. So we take a look at your key stats. 3 tries and 1 conversion for Air Force. Just the solitary converted try from Sri Lanka. Air Force victors of this bowl segment.
Yes, and we are here with yet another provincial game. One of the finals of the provincial segment. It's the Central Gladiators taking on the Overnights. Gladiators in possession at the moment. And as we know, early scores can really help in sevens rugby.
Well, good signs for the Gladiators. Their captain, the number 10, is back on the field. She was absent in the group stage match. Back for the all-important plate final here. She'll be looking to do her role, run down the corners, which she specializes in.
Yes, as that ball has been lost forward, unfortunately. They need to keep possession of the ball. Support play has to come in quicker. Teams are quick to pounce on anything loose. You've got to stay tight as the Overnights. They'll get the feed in.
Fernando with the feed in. Scrum goes side, but referee says play on. Picking and going. Defense is there. Has to release. Both teams just stacked into one side of the pitch. Whole other side is just empty there.
Yes, you don't see a real line. It's just made after this penalty was given. But earlier, both teams just grouped together in the same position. That can lead to gaps opening up in the two corners. But this is good work at ruck time. The Gladiators, they have some powerful players in their ranks. They're using them, especially at ruck time, to clear those rucks and turn over the ball. And that will be not rolling away, says the referee, but quickly taken by the player for the Gladiators. Gladiators keep on getting penalties as marching orders have been given. Line offside, says referee Kamesh.
That's Dilrukshi from the Tigers going out. Will that prove to be a vital loss? And here is the Gladiators pouncing on that penalty there. And here is Ishnika Avisha. She's pulled into touch. Not the best of options going there. Had about 2-3 meters to the touch line. Should have gone with the side. There were players.
Yeah, we got to know when to cut back in, not to lose possession of the ball, Bhishma. And that awareness really helps. And that time she should have just cut back in and let the ball in recycle. But that line out. Not going the way as the Knights take it short. Good work by them. Still staying in that corner. They've done better to send that ball out. Entering from the side. Knights take it quickly. Good defense, and the ball has been lost forward.
Knights pouncing quickly on that penalty, but just losing the ball there, knocking it on. The Gladiators with another golden opportunity here. With one man down are the Knights defending for their lives. Gladiators should be attacking here. And goes on the blind side. Here is the number 1 for the Gladiators. Rimansa, not an easy girl to bring down. She pumps her leg. And here is Ishinika Avisha. Can she barge her way through? Offloads it to her supporting line. Ball is loose. Picked up by the Knights. And almost inches away from the try line. Ishinika Avisha gave a good offload there. But her supporting line just dropping the ball there. And possession is back with Knights. But can they get out of jail? Or will Gladiators find some way to turn over the ball and score their first try and pounce first? Well, Varun, we are well over the half time as well. So whoever scores here, as in Gladiators, if they can score from here, or can the Knights go a full 80-meter try, it will be a massive advantage for either of the team going into half time. And saying that it's a penalty quickly taken by Fernando.
Yes, Gladiators so close, but just so far away now. As the Knights, they count after a couple of mistakes made by the Gladiators, that trying to use it quickly, not looking for options through their line though, running it straight. Would do them better to spread that line out a little bit, as Gladiators too are bunched up in the middle. Now opting to go once again, running it straight. Not making much progress, but now on the corner, she's been bundled into touch. Good defense, as that is half time. No score for both these teams. The Gladiators and Knights go into Lemons without troubling the scoreboard.
Interesting tussle here. Central Gladiators nil, Over Knights also nil. All to play for in the second half. Both teams exchanging blows, knocking it on and attacking as well. But still, neither of the teams could cross over the whitewash. So whoever scores first will have a massive advantage in the second half, and we'll be looking to take the plate final home with them. Second half about to get underway. Central Gladiators will be kicking it off. 0-0 is the score. Both teams looking to get their names on the score sheets.
Yes, as the Knights, they collect it well. Looking for the player on the outside, but she's lost the ball forward. Yes, both teams unable to score. We went through an entire half. And just about 4 minutes or so left in this half as well. Now the Gladiators trying to make something of this, but it looks like they were not 10 meters back, the Knights.
Gladiators take the tap and go. Here goes the big forward, Masha Samaraviya. There's nobody on the left side for the Knights. Can the Gladiators spot that and score? But still a penalty. The try line at their grasp here, and ball given out to their skipper Kavisha. Still on the charge is the Gladiators. Dragging by the shirts are the Uber Knights defenders. Picks up and goes.
Just a couple of meters out. Whitewash. And they go over the Gladiators. Sidmi goes over for the first try of the game. Coming in the second half with just about 3 minutes left in the game. The Gladiators, they'll be thrilled about that. But it's not over. 3 minutes left. And just one try separating these two teams.
Jubilant is the Gladiators bench. They'll be hoping if they can maintain this. They'll be hoping they can maintain this one try lead here with 2 minutes left in this game. Here goes the replay. Ishini Kavisha picking up and going. Was that a high tackle? But the support player just grabbing the ball from her captain, Sitmi, and going down the try line. Kicking it off, the try scorer. Running lateral. Defeats one. Can she defeat another? No, she cannot. Well brought down by the defense of the Gladiators. Uber Knights with possession, sending it through the hands. Fernando here. Ball given back to Fernando. Trying to find her way through. Swarm of defenders from Gladiators and her team as well, blocking her path. Picks up and goes again. Is Jaisurya. Jaisurya with some space. Well, Uber Knights just about 25 meters away from their try line. Can they tie up the scores? One converted try will see them home with the plate final. Ball still with the Uber Knights. Uber Knights from their try line have come up to the 22 of the opposition. And here is Chaturangani. But Chaturangani will be bundled into touch. And the Gladiators will be having a big sigh of relief because they know what that means for them, winning the ball again.
Yes, just a minute or so left now. The Knights need to pull off a miracle. Gladiators, just one score. Padding that they have. So they need to get things going now. Taking their time. The Gladiators. as they've lost the ball forward. Could this be the era that turns the game?
And the rugby gods looking down on the overnights, giving them another chance, saying, well, you all have come this far, overnights. We'll give you all another chance. Just make use of it, and giving them a scrum.
Crouch. Bye. Set.
Fernando with the put in. Can they score this and make it all even here at Racecourse? And with the conversion, they can take it home. Through the hands. But good defense there by Ishini Kavisha. And the turnover is also good. And that will probably be the end of the game, as Gladiators turn the ball over and they kick it out. Wonderful stuff, wonderful awareness. And Gladiators will be taking the plate championship home.
The Gladiators will be excited about that victory. They played well throughout the tournament. And yes, the full-time score confirmation, just the singular try going the way of the Gladiators. And that too in the second half. Knights unable to get on the scoreboard. Yes, the highlights of that game. Gladiators pulling through with that try. Couple of celebrations going through as well.
So the Gladiators will be traveling up country with the plate championship. Here are the key stats. Gladiators 5 points to nil. Running away with the plate championship. Well, we have the plate final coming up here. Navy facing off the red shirts. Both teams losing the semi-finals and ending up here in the plate final. Navy losing out to CH and FC, and CR losing out to the UUDS Tuskers. So it's a battle of pride here. Navy have been showing immense improvement from the first leg. CR also coming back with 4 or 5 key players, with the likes of Murshid Zubair, Navin Marasingal, Asidu Karunatilaka and Tenuga Narayankara. Will they make an impact here in the plate final and guide them home, or will the Sailors prove an upset here at Racecourse?
Yes, definitely interesting game. The Sailors do have some great sevens players in their ranks as well, as the likes of Kongawat and Denuwan Wickramarachchi and Kujana Kulatunga in their ranks. But CRNFC, the double champs this season, Bhishma, they'll be looking to win this one as well. Not the division they would have hoped to win in the Club 7 series. Nevertheless, they met UUDS Tuskers in the semi-finals, and the Tuskers going to that top division. So we have a couple of good games coming up soon after this.
Well, the lads from London players just missing out on their triple championship, so they will be settling with a double championship. CHNFC and UUDS Tuskers will have the opportunity to be the winners of this second leg of the SLR Sevens Series. Navy's Denuwan Wickramarachchi has been an outstanding performer. His work rate all over the field. Kujanathu Kulatunga also a massive player in that team. Stefan Sansoni. Also the likes of the Navy team. And veteran Thilna Veerasinghe also can make a difference. While CR has names like Gamuni Chaitya returning from injury. Now in Marsinga, Tenuka Nanakara, Murshid Zubair, Chemal Mutanayaka, and Oliver Buckle as well playing in this side. So we will be minutes underway from the plate final kicking off here. And if you are just tuning in, we are here at Racecourse International Stadium here on the 29th of March, sunny Sunday evening. As you know, the heat not being in favor of the people here. We have had to play these games 2 days, challenging the heat. We have come to the final 4 matches here. Plate final will be refereed by referee Nalin Lasantha, assisted by Suranga Arunashanta and Thilina Jayalat. And joining me in the com box is Janidu. Janidu, what? Any early suggestions for this game?
Well, I believe CR and FC looking favourites. They did put out on a great show against UUDS Tuskers. Even though they lost to the Tuskers, they did play some brilliant passage of sevens rugby. And Mutunayaka with the ball in hand for the kick-off. Navy Sports Club on the receiving end. Yes, Chemod with a lovely 10-meter kick. Straight away contest coming from CR and FC, but Navy does very well to hold on to possession. Here's now Navy with the attack. Yes, Kongahawat sending a long pass to the man in the corner, and not the best of starts for Navy Sports Club. It will be a scrum down in favour of Sierra and FC.
Good vision by Kongahawat there, but then a set Tiara Cheese, Butterfingers just proving to be too much there. The ball being lost from Navy's grasp, and CR and FC will have an opportunity. CR making some changes from the semi-final. Hashan Madhumadava coming in, playing scrum half.
Yes, Madhumadava, a player with lots of potential. Sierra and FC, they do have a strong bench as well. We all know what Sierra and FC can do with the strength in their team. And here's Sierra and FC right now on the attack. Goes into contact. Here's Mutunayaka. Rather Madhumadava spots the gap, but very well defended by Navy. Now support needed for Sierra and FC. Yes, Anjula, loose ball. And knocks it forward. Very unfortunate. Good pressure from Navy.
Well, very rarely you see a mistake from Ravidu Anjala. Wonderful player, playing flanker, but has an immense skill set here, playing in the 7th circuit. He will be looking to don that 7th jersey again for the Asian Games. Navy with a golden opportunity here with the put-in is Kalpa Lakmina, but the ball is turned over again. Navy with a penalty here. Stefan Sansoni will be looking to take the quick tap and spot the space.
Good to see the young lad Kalpa Lakmina from Navy getting his opportunity. Played for St. Anthony's last year. Certainly did a big role in that fullback position. And here's Navy now. Good pressure from CR. Navy once again with the attack. Working the ball to the corner, but not very well collected. Not the best of passes. Chemud Mutunaik reacting very quick to that. And here's the offload to Mutunaik. And will Mutunaik go all the way? Yes, Mutunaik will go all the way over the whitewash for the first try in this club segment played final. Chemud Mutunaik opens up the score for Sierra and FC. 5 points to nil with the conversion to come.
Well, Mutanayaka creating that try, collecting the ball just at the right spot at the right time, and then Oli Buckle just losing his foot after that offload. And Oli Buckle had the right presence of mind to offload to his support man Chumul Mutanayaka, and finishing off with that trademark Mutanayaka dive, which we always witnessed in the 15th circuit. And Kushan Taridu with an unsuccessful conversion. And here's the replay. Oli Buckle could have gone, but he lost his foot. Mutanayaka had 2 defenders to beat, but just too fast. Stepped on the gas. finishes off with a dive. At 5-0, the first strike goes in the way of CR.
And here's the restart now from CR. Once again, a good 10-meter kick from Muthunayak, and the ball has been stolen from Correa, if I have not mistaken. Yes, Baka now on the ruck. Yes, Kushant Arindu to Hashan Madhumadava. Hashan Madhumadava steps in, gets through, needs support. Lovely support from Kushant Arindu. Puts on a grubber. Does he have the gas? But Kujana Kulatunga does really well to get out of trouble. And once again, the ball has popped out from the ruck. But it will be interesting to see what the referee's call is.
Referee says not releasing there. Kushant Arindu opting for the boot there. He did the right job of giving pressure, but referee says it was a not releasing challenge. Unfair for Navy, and Navy gain about 20 meters to the touchline with that kick from Misuru Kongahawatta. Right at the halfway line, Navy with a throw in.
Yes, the line out now for Navy Sports Club. Kulatunga with the throw. Well, not the best of line outs from Navy. That will bring CR another opportunity. Straight away knock forward. And CR wouldn't mind that. They would love to have this opportunity to make sure that they go over for one more and extend that lead. Put Navy on the back foot. Probably that should be the plan. And here's the scrum down coming from CR. Hashan Madhumadava with the ball in hand to feed.
Navy scrum half Kujana Kulatunga having a bit of a limp. Concerning signs there. Madhumadava goes on the blind side. Spots a little bit of space, but Kongahawatta is there to block his path. Oli Buckle at scrum half. Correa, Anjula puts on a dummy. Gives the offload away to Muthunayak. Muthunayak runs straight into defense. Anjula on the outside is Gamunu Chaitya. Chaitya will touch down for his first try in this plate final and extend CR's lead up to 10 points with the conversion to come.
Yes, Gamunu Chaitya had space outside in that area, and of course Gamunu Chaitya very well known for his speedster, plenty of gas in his legs. Straight away into the corner and goes over the whitewash for yet another try for CR and FC. 10 points now on the board. Muthunayak getting ready for his conversion, a difficult conversion.
Gamunu Chaitya definitely one of the most dangerous players that when he was playing for school, and what a conversion from Chemon Muthunayak, curling back in. Wonderful stuff. It's not every day you see a conversion from the sideline. Wonderful stuff from Chemon Muthunayak, playing with 3 usually, but taking on the kicking duties here in the 7th circuit. He's proving himself to be a very reliable kicker. Maybe we'll be thinking of taking goal kicking duties in the next season. Nevertheless, wonderful to see talents being shown here in the 7th circuit when the chance is presented.
Well, the ball has been lost forward from CR, and now Navy playing on, and Kongahawatta with a cheeky grabber kick. He will have to chase it. Muthunayak and Kongahawatta on the contest, but straight away penalty given away for Navy. Here's the quick tap taken. Navy now, lovely pop pass from Kujana Kulatunga, and here's the opportunity. Kongahawatta, easy try for Kongahawatta. Was looking for a few options to go right under the post, but Kushant Arindu was there right on time, so Kongahawatta had to settle in the corner, rather the angle, and that will bring them 5 points on the board. Good comeback from Navy. Saw the opportunity, got the loose ball, and now Konga with the conversion.
Important score for Navy. They were looking for answers. They were looking for that gap, and they finally found it from the form of Kongahawatta. He created it with that kick that he put in. Conversion unsuccessful. 5 points to tell, and that will be 11s. We are heading into 11s with an interesting game played in the second half, and here is the try. Kongahavatta just toying there with Kushanta Ridu for a bit. And then touching down in the corner. Navy will have to strike fast, first and quickly if they want to turn this game around. CR will be looking to put their impact subs into this second half with fresh legs and maintain this momentum and extend their lead and take the plate championship home. But can Navy create the ultimate upset? Sevens is a game that is very unpredictable.
Yes, absolutely, Bhishma. Sevens, anything can happen till that last second of the game, and Navy came back strong into the game during the last few seconds of the first half, and now just a matter of doing very well in the second half. That's the halftime confirmation for you in right in your screen. 12 points to 5. Sierra FC leading over Navy Sports Club, and there's all to play for in the second half. As we have a look at the highlights, that was the first try that was gone over the whitewash by Chemod Mutunayaka for Sierra FC, and right after that, space available for Gamnu Chetia. Just a quick sprint from Chetia and a lovely conversion from Mutunayaka. Not the easiest when it comes to the drop kick conversions, and Kongahavatta for Navy opening the score. 12 points to 5, and it's all set for the second half between Sierra FC and Navy Sports Club in this club segment plate final. Yes, Kongahavatta with the restart for the second half. Good 10-meter kick, but Anjula collects it very, very well for Sierra FC. Sends the ball out. Yes, Correa gets through, needs support. And Kushantan is right on time. Chetia sends it out to Anjula. Anjula, loose pass by Anjula. Yes, the strong lad for Sierra FC fends off one, fends off two, and plenty of gas in the legs. Navy does very well to stop him. And yes, yeah, now with the opportunity. Yes, Thenugananakara falls just short of the 5-meter, but does very well to get onto his foot and score the try. What a start for CR in the second half, and what a start for Thenugananakara in this plate final.
Wonderful stuff from Thenugananakara coming in second half and then striking first CR. Ollie Buckle, not an easy man to bring down. Looking to convert his own try, Thenugananakara. And almost, yes, he does, but the quick just inches swinging away from the right upright. And here is the replay. Thenugananakara had one, then a Thettiara Chiribrit. He lost his foot, had the great presence of mind to keep the ball down and get released. Well, as per the law, if you are tackled by a player and you lose your foot, you have to definitely keep the ball, release it, and get back up and make your run. So wonderful presence of the laws there as well. Because this day and age, we see a lot of players not knowing the law, taking the ball and stepping up and running, and then giving away a penalty there. Wonderful stuff by Navin Marasinghe there. Thumped in the tackle. Clear mismatch there. Navin Marasinghe definitely won that battle. Jayalat puts it on the inside. Navy still with the ball. Good supporting there. Ollie Buckle brings the player down. Madhu Madhava trying to go for that intercept of that truck. Jayalat steps back in. Support is very much needed. Finds it in the form of Thilina. Thilina tries to fend off Oliver Buckle, but Oliver Buckle just proving too strong. Penalty for Navy. Kongahavatta. He steps back in. Can he spark something? Yes, Kongahavatta can, and Kongahavatta scores the second try for Navy. It's a Kongahavatta show here. 10 points to 17. This game is far from over, Janidu. One try needed.
Well, yes, with that try, the game is open for anyone now. 17 points to 12. Not a comeback from Navy, and Kongahawat doing a big job here for Navy Sports Club. Just a 5-point deficit here. Anything can happen. 4 minutes remaining in the clock. Here's the replay. Lovely step from Kongahawat and got through that gap from 2 defenders and straight away into the whitewash. Now just a 5-point deficit. Here's Kongahawat with the restart. Will need a good one for his team. Puts on a high-hanging king, and 10 meters are very well okay. And brilliant lift from Navin Marasinghe. Here's Nanayakara now. Tarindu to Alibaka to Murshid Dore. Dore lovely pass to Chetia, but cover defense right on time for Navy. Chetia still with the leg drive. And yes, CR now with the opportunity. Yes, Alibaka to Tarindu. Long pass to Nanayakara. Deciding to go on his own, gets through Tenuka Nanayakara. Does he have the support, or will it go? Will he go all the way? And yes, he does, right in the corner flag. Brilliant try from Tenuka Nanayakara. Second try for him in this game, and for CR. That will extend the score for 22. With the conversion to come, what a try from Tenuka Nanayakara.
Tremendous stuff from Tenuka Nanayakara. Not playing in the first leg, but coming here in the second leg and proving his sevens colours. He had quite a few men to beat, but he had the gas, he had the resilience to go till the end, and the conversion just on the right upright would have been a tremendous way to finish off that try, the corner conversion. And here is the replay. He had one player, but still he was just reaching out for that try and goes touchdown in the left corner and extends CR's lead with a gap of 10 points. Dore with the kickoff. Collected well, but players were in front. Well noticed there by the referee. CR players were just few centimeters in front of Dore. Kongahawat taking that free kick. No way through. Sansoni putting on a goose there, giving it to Tilina. Tilina shrugs off one. Jailat on the inside. Jailat bumps off one. 5 meters away from the try line is Navy. Can they spark something, Janidu? Can they show the ultimate comeback? And a cross kick from Kongahawat to Deneth. And almost collected, but the ball bounces out. Well, it's a 50-50 decision from Kongahawat going for a cross kick in the 7th circuit at a time like this. Well, I take that statement back. He knew he had an advantage. Well, so play coming back to the place he kicked that cross kick. A free go was that. Now we are back to the game with no advantages. Navy few away from the try line. Sansoni breaks through.
Yes, Navy now with the opportunity. Kongahawat spotting that space, going for that cross kick, but doesn't go in the ways of Navy. But yes, the ball has been given away, and now CR with the opportunity to seal this game. Not the best of passes, and it will be a knock forward from Navy. But yes, referee will bring back the play for that initial infringement. CR will have the opportunity. It's come down in favor of them, and looks like this time is almost up according to our clock. Most probably should be the last play, and if it's so, CR might look to just put the ball to boot over that touch line, get the play championship. A team that's ideally supposed to be in the cup segment, but after a good battle between Tuskers, they had to play their spot in the plate final. And at the moment, 22-12, CR having the upper hand. And now it's all set for the scrum down. Kushan Tarindu with the ball in hand. It's a scrum as the ball pops out straight away. Penalty conceded from Navy for CR. Yes, CR now. Yes, Navin Marasinghe. Referee will bring back play.
Well, thinking of CR, speaking of CR, we have Royal College taking on Isipatana down at Longdon Place Janidu, and Royal leading 19 points to 5. Royal 19 points to 8. Isipatana trailing, and Tenuganana Kara on the left hand corner. Support arrives from Dore. Navy's counter-arcing, not good from the side. Coming in from the side is Jayalat with the frustration kicking in. And here is the man, Lasidu Karunatilaka, showing up for his team in sevens. Good offload there. Goes back. Here's Naveen Marasinghe. He will go as easy as you like. A jog in the park. A walk in the park for Naveen Marasinghe as he touches down for the final try and seal the deal for CR.
Pretty much that's the deal for CR and FC as Dore puts on the final conversion, and with that referee will blow the final whistle. 29 points to 12. Brilliant performance by CR and FC, a dominant performance rather. It was a close game between these two stakes, but at the moment, rather the last few minutes in the game, CR stepping up, doing the right things at the right time, and they will take the play championship home against Navy Sports Club, 29 points to 12.
The highlights from that second half action between Police Sports Club, Navy Sports Club and CINFC, and that was an absolute chaotic performance by men in red shirts. And up next we'll have the provincial finals. Right before that, let's have a look at the key stats from that game. CINFC 29 points, 5 tries, 2 conversions against Navy Sports Club, just the 2 and the 1 conversion to round it all up. The Provincial Women's Cup Championship Finals. The Northwestern Blacks taking on the Western Warriors. And joining me in the comm box, it's Nathan Coggins. Good afternoon, Nathan.
Yes, very good afternoon. Then we are into the business end of this SLR series. Second leg. Start off with the Provincial Cup Final. Both these teams have been impressive throughout the tournament. The Blacks certainly have plenty of talent within their ranks, but the Western Warriors, the champions from the first leg, also proving that they have the mettle to compete at this level. Scrappy stuff to start out with then, but recovered by the Western Warriors. Now they recycle it, have space opening up on the right hand side, needs to put the step on, gets the basketball pass in, but unfortunately didn't go to hand. And allow the Blacks enough time to sweep up in defense, but they've given up the penalty, and that's taken quickly by the Warriors, and surely a high tackle coming their way. Yes. And she's lost it forward. So scrappy passage of play there, Denan.
Indeed, the Warriors got a golden opportunity to get inside the opposite half, but seems like the problem is and problem could have been that lack of intent and isolation, and that final error coming in. But nevertheless, here the Blacks with their first opportunity. Wavered pass, not going into hands. Scraps gathered by their number 7, who's been a standout performer for them. Here are the Northwestern Blacks looking to straighten things up. Opting for the short side. Here's the dangerous play, the number 7, looking to get the big no argue away.
This looks like both players have done themselves some damage there, and the card coming to the number 7 of the Northwestern Blacks. Looks like she was punching her man to the floor, and that's a big loss for the Blacks, their top try scorer, and certainly one of their live wires and one of their best players.
I don't see any problems with that, but the referee is the one in the middle, so it's completely up to him. We'll have to get official confirmation on what exactly was the issue, but nevertheless it's the Blacks fielding 6 players instead of the 7 for the next minute or so, and the Warriors now, golden opportunity for them.
Just have to make this opportunity count. The Western Warriors trying to do the double in this SLR Sevens Series, have space opening up. Unfortunately, once again the pass doesn't go to hand, but it's picked up quickly by the number 7. She breaks past the first tackle. Now needs to just put her foot on the gas, but unfortunately held back and has broken past another tackle, gets the offload in. But that's intercepted by the Northwestern Blacks player. Scrappy passage of play. And eventually, it's like it will be a penalty in favor of the Blacks, who've certainly got out of jail, Dylan.
Definitely the Blacks managed to get the ball back, and that's exactly what they needed. Down a player as well. It's very important that they get the position of the ball back in the next couple of minutes. And of course, get out of their own half. Here's the number 15 running laterally. See number 6 rather. Again, to run laterally, trying to burn past the defender. Desto with absolute ease. Good sweep coming in nevertheless, and bundled into touch, the number 4. Excellent stuff by the Western Warriors in that occasion. Good. They linked up in defense really well and bundled that play into touch. Got a line out now.
Yes, Western Warriors have been putting in quite the defensive shift so far. Work at the line out is neat. Now sending it across the line, draws in the player, runs straight through the gap. Does the Western Warriors player, has plenty of support on the outside, and this will be the first try for sure coming in for the Western Warriors right at the end of this first half. They take the advantage into the breather.
Just a couple of seconds left here on the clock for them, and what a try coming in. Would love to see a replay of that one, because that was absolutely refreshing to watch, wasn't it, Nathan? Stepping in, stepping out, dancing through and scoring that try and drawing first blood. The conversion attempt, we'll have to wait and see exactly what they'll make of this one. Unsuccessful, so 5 points to 0. And we'll have a couple of seconds left here for another restart. As for now, it's the Warriors, the winners of that first leg, with that advantage. Here's the replay. The number 7 cutting back in and out. Easy does it. Try, and 5 points up on the board, the Warriors.
Yes, exactly what the Western Warriors would have wanted, but the Northwestern Blacks now do really well off the restart, restored to their full complement of 7, and here's their number 7 straight away making a difference, gaining some good meters for her team, but her offload unfortunately going into the hands of one of the Western Warriors. Now picked up quickly from the breakdown, running laterally, has plenty of support on the outside, cuts back in, breaks past the first tackler, but a crucial intervention from the number 13. And the penalty has been given away, so a chance wasted, you have to say, by the Western Warriors. Now here come the Blacks.
Here's the dangerous number 7 right after getting a tiny break in the middle. Looking to get the big fend off yet again. Good rush defense nevertheless by the Warriors. They've been defending for some time now. Overlap in the corner, the number 15 needs to give the offload away. Does so. Here's the number 6. Will she be able to break through? She's finally brought down. Relentless defense coming in. Here's the number 15. Yet again trying to use that short side. Good defense coming in by the number 1. and the number 15 gets bundled into touch yet again. And that's half time here. 5 points up the Western Warriors against the Northwestern Blacks in the provincial finals.
It's a good performance there from the Warriors, especially in defense, and managed to sneak in a try to show for their efforts. But the Blacks will have it all to do in the second half if they are to make a difference and try and clinch this Provincial Cup championship. Lost one of their crucial players and had to pay a heavy price. As you can see, a half-time confirmation, 5-0 in favor of the Western Warriors. That try beautifully worked, straight out the back of the line out, and had plenty of space against the 6-man defense of the Northwestern Blacks. Now moving into the second half. Game still anyone's for the taking. 5 points isn't a big difference in sevens rugby. Northwestern Blacks will know if they can take their chances in attack, if they can make some better decisions, they can try and fight their way back into this game.
Ready?
A little bit over again that instance. The Warriors, here's the second half underway, and making the net ball bounce, and unforced error fumbles it forward. Scrum down for the Warriors inside the Blacks half.
Yeah, certainly not the start that the Blacks would have wanted. Unforced error right off the second half restart. Now here come the Reds. Sucks in the defense and sends that ball out to the speedster, but a brilliant sweeping tackle from the Blacks defender. Now looking to go the other way. Have plenty of space out wide on the left. Tries to go through the middle. Gets the offload in, and that's intercepted. Could have been a bit more unselfish there, and the ball has squirted kindly for the Blacks. Do they have the legs on them to get across the field? Looks like the number 4 does. She'll run 80 meters and dot down for the equalizing try. And out of nothing, the Northwestern Blacks managing to pull one back, and right under the sticks as well. This conversion could be crucial.
It's definitely, what a brilliant passage of play. Scrappy ball falling into the right hands at the right time, and the Northwestern Blacks, they've turned this one around, kept it alive. 5 points all, with a pivotal conversion coming through as well. Right underneath the sticks, gives the kiss to the ball, and the conversion all good. 7 points to 5, and the Northwestern Blacks, they have fought themselves back in this one. Take a look at that highlight replay there, and what a run. The number 4, 70+ meter dash, uncontested, and brought the Northwestern Blacks right into the...
Yes, now some changes coming for the Western Warriors. It's gone from bad to worse for them. Couple of injuries. The Northwestern Blacks, now they'll play with a spring in their step. The restart goes a bit deep on this occasion, but good rush defense from the Blacks, and great counter-ruck pressure applied. Now here come the Western Warriors. They'll need another score to stay in this one.
Get back.
The Warriors must have not expected this type of defensive effort coming in by the Blacks. As we say that, take a look at that one. And another tremendous defensive effort coming in by the Blacks. They need to turn position over the defending does not do that much in sevens rugby. It's all about that score line. And yet again a barging run, very well negotiated by the Blacks. Here's the number 12 looking to create some space for the speedster in the corner. Jersey tackle coming in could have been controversial, but nevertheless another one. The Western Warriors, they're making a slow inwards here to the Blacks territory. The number 7 now running laterally. Will she burn past the defense? No, she does. Good cover tackle coming in by the number 9. And the Blacks, they're holding on desperately, conceding a penalty as well. Offside, says the referee. And the Warriors, less than 90 seconds left here on our clock. And a score through now will seal the deal for them. Offloads all good. Overlap in the corner. Opts to go by herself. You see number 7, another offload coming in, juggles it, but still with position are the Warriors. Space on the outside, the number 7 dots down. That's the try coming in for the Western Warriors. Hard fought try. The Blacks defense finally letting themselves down, and that's 10 points to 7. Less than a minute left here on the clock, and what a game we witnessed in these finals, Nathan.
Yes, absolutely, Denon. Brilliant stuff. Western Warriors with a crucial score at the right time. Kick doesn't go through, but it's 10 points to 7, the advantage. And have the Western Warriors just snatched this one. Take a look at the replay. Just use the width of the field to their advantage on that occasion, getting in a crucial score. And Western Warriors will have to defend their hearts out for what's left of this game if they are to clinch that provincial cup championship.
A very important restart squandered by the Western Warriors. An opportunity for the Northwestern Blacks. A free kick right on the center mark here. Time's up here on our clock. We'll have to wait and see what they make of this one. Here's the number 11 carrying it straight into contact. Good spot tackle. And here are the Blacks now trying to slice through. Need to keep the position and move through. As I say, that ball ripped off. Knock forward advantage. And the Western Warriors on a roll now. Here's the number 7 running laterally, kicks the ball out on the full, and that's full time here.
It's the Western Warriors, your provincial cup champions, here at the second leg of this SLR Sevens Series. Won the first leg as well, and with that they seal the overall championship in this provincial segment of the SLR Sevens. Your full-time confirmation, a narrow win eventually. 10 points to 7, that last minute score proving to be decisive. So take a look at what happened in the second half of turnover ball. It was the Blacks that managed to find the equalizer and make this game really interesting heading into the last 3.5 minutes or so. But then it's again good work from the Western Warriors line. Managed to cross over for their second score and seal a famous win in this SLR 7 series. Your key stats: 2 unconverted tries for the Warriors and just the 1 converted try for the Northwestern Blacks.
Yes, famous victory. Just a try difference between those two teams, Nathan. So great match. But now we have the all-important 2 finals coming up. The Women's Cup Finals and the Men's Cup Finals. Followed by that, the forces for the Women's making their appearance in the finals.
Yes, Air Force Sports Club taking on the Navy Sports Club. Going to be quite the thrilling watch.
Yes, both teams having national players in their ranks, as we have the dignitaries coming through for the team introductions.
Yes, President of the Sri Lanka Rugby, Mr. Pavitra Fernando, alongside the Honourable Sports Minister and the sponsor representatives, the SLR Sevens Series, proudly sponsored by Bogolive and Union Pay. And some great work from them to make all of this possible, isn't it, Virun? Great for the growth of the local game, and with the introduction of the provincial segment, great for the growth of the grassroots level rugby as well.
Definitely, and the final that we just saw, Nathan, you see how it has improved, and the talent that we do have in that provincial segment, definitely putting their hands up for a place in the national team.
Yes, certainly just shows how much talent and how much dedication there is for the game of rugby, and I'm sure these kids with the correct facilities and resources provided to them could go a long way.
Definitely, as these two teams take their final huddles, the final prayers being said before the all-important game. Air Force Sports Club taking on Navy Sports Club in the women's segment of the Cup Finals in the SLR Sevens Series 2026. This is the second leg, live from the Racecourse, all on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
Yes, and that's not all, Virun. Just across town we have the second semi-final of the President's Trophy. Isipatana taking on Royal College. Air Force set to kick things off from right to left. This all-important women's final.
And we are underway. Air Force playing from right to left off your screens. Navy looking for options now. Spotting a gap in that corner. Doesn't have the legs on her, puts the offload in. And
hurry up! Navy, hurry up!
Forward as Air Force get the early advantage.
Air Force Sports Club, they've been dominated by the Navy Sports Club team throughout the tournament as well. The Navy team, they've beaten them earlier today as well, and they'll be hoping to carry the momentum forward to this final encounter as well. Here's the Air Force though, with an opportunity swinging it across the field. Here's the Hema Kumari thumping tackle, and Air Force nevertheless with position, tracking back though, has lost 20 meters of ground. Still with position nevertheless, Vijay Tilaka looking to cover things up. Good fend off and brilliant defensive effort by Navy Sports Club, bundling Air Force into touch, and that's how Navy defend.
Yes, great work there on that occasion from Navy Sports Club. Of course, coming to this women's final as the favorites, have been one of the dominant sides in the women's scene for quite some time now. Line out work is neat.
Yes, Navy, good play there. Lovely running angles. Hema Kumari, the star player for Navy, she'll dot down and take early advantage in the Cup Finals. Incredible. We have to take a look at that one once again, Nathan.
Yes, that's a try you just want to keep on watching. Hema Kumari, one of the star players for Navy, and beautiful rugby by them there. Lovely running angle, and straight off the back of a line out, Navy managing to get the score off one of their set moves.
So Navy Sports Club, home to many Sri Lanka women's team representatives, including Sandika Hemakumari, who has been a loyal servant to the Sri Lanka jersey as well for a long time now, and proving her worth why she's wearing that jersey. What a fabulous try. A brilliant individual effort. Take a look at that running angle, bustling through. Beautiful seven style rugby, and the finish spot on as well. Take a look at that one. The determination by the Air Force player, just not enough to stop Hema Kumar with that pace and distance. And another unforced error coming in by Air Force Sports Club.
It's a deep restart that time from the Sailors, putting the Air Force sweeper under pressure, and she has crumbled under that pressure. Virun, unforced error from Air Force and a Navy scrum from just outside about 10 meters.
Yes, cynical error that time. Can't be doing that as Navy now looking for the second one once again. I wonder what happened there. Referee Atavara has given marching orders to Nipuni. Wonder scrum off for Navy Sports Club now. Air Force, they have the numbers advantage. They'll definitely opt for a scrum, the right decision. Let's take a look at what happened there.
Yes, just pulling on the hair of her opposite number in that scrum down on that occasion. And yes, the right call made by referee Atavara. And like you said, Virun, Air Force doing the right thing and opting for the scrum. Just a few moments left in this first half. They need to pull one back while they have the numbers advantage. Now trying to go straight through the gap. Closed down brilliantly by Navy. Their line speed has been incredible in this first 4.5 minutes. Now looking to use the width of the field. Air Force Sports Club spots the gap, but runs straight into some traffic, and the turnover is good from Navy Sports Club. This is brilliant defensive work from the Sailors. Taken quickly. Vijay Tilaka spots the gap, but is brought down on the 5-meter line, and the jackal is good from Air Force. So both these teams exchange in possession. No one wanting to score at the moment. And eventually thumped downfield by Air Force Sports Club.
And here's the cover defense coming in by Navy. Thought that was the wrong option in that instance, Nathan. Air Force clearly had that numerical advantage in the far corner, but they opted for the boot, and Navy now with an opportunity. Penalty coming their way as well. Taken quickly by the number 8. Did she take the tap? Referee Atavara said no.
Yes, tried to get a move on that occasion, did Jayamali.
Play on. Release! You're set!
She dots down the Navy's second try under the post. Once again, spotting that lapse gap in the defense rather. Just sprinting through that.
Take it.
Yes, brilliant stuff from Navy Sports Club. They've been mighty impressive, and the under the post conversion doesn't go through. So it is just the 10-point cushion that Navy Sports Club have, but take a look at that spot in the gap and going straight through Dilrukshi, Kumari,
Number 8.
and Air Force defenders just no match, and they're bringing on some replacements early doors to try and change this game around.
Yes, Navy has been great in spotting that gap in the defense and running hard lines at it, Nathan. They will continue to do so in this game. The Air Force collects that well. Straight away going into contact.
Yes, Air Force have to score next if they are to stand a chance to pull one back in this game. Now working it out wide, but once again the Navy defense is there, forcing the Air Force team to run laterally. But now have an overlap on that left-hand side. Does she have the pace on her? No, the Navy players first to that breakdown, but some quick offloading from Air Force sees them keep possession. But what a tackle that was from Vijay Tilaka for Navy Sports Club. But was high, says referee Atavara, and that's taken quickly by Air Force Sports Club, and the sweeper doing her job for them. And some more brilliant covering work from the number 9, who's back on the park for Navy. And that's kicked out of bounds, and that will be half-time. So erratic stuff to close out this half, but Navy, of course, the happier team.
Definitely, Nathan. But those 2 tries were a treat to watch, as we have the half-time score confirmation. Navy Sports Club in the lead, 10 points to nil against Air Force Sports Club. It's turning out to be a good final, but Air Force haven't had an answer to tries like these. As we take a look at the highlights, Hema Kumari with the first one, and then Dilrukshi running straight through, spotting the gap and putting on the afterburners. Air Force think tank will have some words with the players, and they'll have to change up strategy.
Yes, definitely we don't have to look for a way through this Navy line, because one-on-one the line speed of Navy far superior, and they'll have to do that with some quick offloading and some quick ball from the breakdowns, Denan.
Some other teams have also spotted a gap in the backfield of Navy Sports Club, and they've identified that gap and tried to pounce on those opportunities. But Air Force, they still haven't opted for it. Thought they did that right in front of their own half, but that was not the right area of the field to opt for such a chase. But nevertheless, an important 7 minutes coming up for Air Force Sports Club. Regardless, Navy coming in with a 10-point buffer. They'll be far more relaxed than their opponents, but it's important that they don't relax a bit too much, because in Sevens Rugby, 10-point lead could go away in an instant.
Nipuni will restart for the second half. Yes, Air Force looking for options now in their own danger zone. Trying to run around the defense. Does she have the legs on her? One to beat. Well done by her. Will she go all the way? Yes, she will. The number 9 for Air Force. That's Idusha Pereira. She goes all the way, and incredible individual effort.
Yes, Air Force needed a moment of brilliance to bring them back into this contest, and that's exactly what has been provided to them by Idusha Pereira. Getting that crucial score. We said Air Force would need to score next, and that's exactly what they've done. And now an equally important conversion coming, because if this goes through, gap reduced to just the 3 points. And right from kickoff, Air Force getting the desired result and bringing this game down to just the 5 points as the conversion goes astray.
Let's take a look at that try replay. Brilliant work by her, good nippy feet, and that finish. That was one to remember. She's gonna love this highlight coming in when she goes home and takes a look at it again. But as for now, Air Force Sports Club just a 5-point deficit. Navy mentioned they shouldn't be napping, and they were caught doing the exact same thing. But nevertheless, Nipuni now with an opportunity. Vijay swings it across the field, and Navy Sports Club now flirting with the touchline, still in field. Nevertheless, Nipuni looking to cut back inside. The defensive shape of Air Force has been better, coming into this second half.
Yes, now Hema Kumari sends it out. She steps back in. Hema Kumari, lovely supporting line. But Air Force up to the task in the ruck. Navy, they come away with it. Numbers on the outside, overlap in the corner. But Air Force defense up to the task. Once again, tries to dummy that, but rush defense by Air Force. Air Force sending Navy backwards, but good work, good pressure. Lovely turnover. And once again, it looks like, yes, she's fallen. Not supporting her body weight.
Vijay Tilaka's jackal there, unfortunately couldn't support her own body weight, but nevertheless, Air Force still with position, looking to turn things around for the third time. This time these two teams have made in the tournament. Air Force breaking through the line, touchdown, that's the equalizer, 10 points all, and we got a game here on our hands with the conversion to come right underneath the sticks. Nathan, this is going to be very important.
Well, whatever Air Force's halftime team talk was, it certainly has worked. So they dot down for the equalizing score and have given their kicker an under the post conversion to try and take a narrow lead in this women's final with just 1.5 minutes or so left on our clock. Conversion is through. Air Force Sports Club 12 points to 10. Just need to see off this last minute and a half, Virun.
Yes, I was talking about how potent those Navy tries were, but take a look at these. Nathan running straight through that good, usually very solid Navy defense. And the conversion is good as Air Force goes ahead for the first time in this game. Neck on neck stuff here.
Yes, you can't be missing tackles like that so close to your try line. Still alive here for Navy Sports Club though. Managed to gather that restart. And Air Force doing their opponents a favor, giving away a cheap penalty. Navy have to make it count now, running out of their own half. Running laterally, here's Hema Kumari. She sends it out wide. Number 7 puts her foot on the gas. And that's a high shot from the Air Force player. And should be given her marching orders. And yes, Gihan Yatabara obliges. And Air Force will be reduced to just the 6 players to close out this game. Pressure, pressure and more pressure on their defense.
Navy Sports Club thought they could have done better with that one, but nevertheless Air Force, have they missed the mark, Nathan? That yellow card, is that going to be the difference between the two teams at the moment? Navy in unfamiliar territory though. They've never trailed a game in this tournament so far for the past 3 days of the tournament. The first time they're trailing a game, and we'll have to see how they manage this one. Little over the 3.5 minutes left here on the clock as well, with a numbers advantage though. So it's going to be very important to see how they make use of this one.
Then this could be the turning point of this game, as Navy, they've chosen for the scrum as they should with the numbers advantage. Air Force cynical error. Now numbers. Navy just need to send it out and run it, but opting to cut back in. A surprising move, but once again looking outside, but looks like Navy don't want to be bundled into touch. Hema Kumari stands up in that tackle, but rush defense by Air Force. Air Force trying their hardest not to allow Navy, but take a look at that offload. Vijay Tilaka, she'll go under the post. Lovely stuff by Navy to come back from that deficit.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Never say die attitude from Navy Sports Club. And with that score, they've surely clinched this women's segment. Lovely offloading and great continuity of play from Navy Sports Club, coupled with that numbers advantage, has seen them regain their lead. Yes, Vijay Tilaka to convert her own try. It goes through. It's 17 points to 12. And we're running out of time here at the racecourse. Navy will be hoping that they can hold on.
Definitely take a look at that try replay, that offload, one for the books. Take a look at that one. Vijay Tilaka right there. And all she had to do was dot down right in front of the post. She's happy, wouldn't you be? Brilliant stuff by Navy Sports Club, 17 points to 12. And the restart gathered brilliantly well by Air Force, swinging it across. Have they been restored back to their full complement of players? We'll have to see. But nevertheless, Navy putting mammoth pressure at rock time.
Then it was Air Force that lost the plot in that high tackle. They lost the game there, but take a look at this. 1 to beat. Yes, she does. Against the run of play, Air Force Sports Club will go under the posts. What a game this is turning out to be. And this conversion will be the difference with just a minute left.
Yes, Air Force Sports Club in the dying embers of this game, managing to get the score in, and this conversion is going to be crucial. And the conversion is through, and the Air Force Sports Club, your women's champions here at the second leg of the SLR Sevens Series. And what a final we've had in a game that the pendulum has swung. Air Force got it to swing their way at the right time.
Oh, Nathan, that one was absolutely brilliant to watch. They showed a hunger which they didn't in the first 2 days of the tournament. This final game, when it mattered the most, they came out on top. And what a finish. A brilliant team effort comes to an end. And that was one for the books, wasn't it, Virun?
Absolutely. They are ecstatic, Denan. And they should be after a performance like that. We're talking about what happened there. But the full-time score confirmation, Air Force Sports Club, the victors of this second leg, 19 points to 17 against Navy Sports Club in a thriller of a final. What a game. I think all our viewers would have loved that entertainment, but take a look at the highlights of this game. The second half started off with 2 quick tries from Air Force, and then we thought that they had lost the plot after that yellow card was given. Navy, in a beautiful try, a beautiful offload, went and dotted this down with the conversion through as well. And this try, this was it. Air Force, they knew it. Take a look at that celebration before she dotted it down. Then this is the type of finals that the viewers and everyone would love to watch, and Air Force provided.
So all those 19 points coming in that second half for Air Force Sports Club, just the one converted try for Navy, that was the difference. We did mention about that 22 11th as well, a 10-point buffer won't be a significant one, and rightfully so. That was a brilliant finish by Navy, Air Force Sports Club. They wanted it, the hunger was shown with their defensive efforts, and up next we are going to have that all-important final. The UUDS Tuskers taking on CHNFC Gymkhana Club, home grounds as well for them. So it's going to be an absolute cracker-lacking affair. And here's the team introductions coming through.
Yes, President of Sri Lanka Rugby, along with the sponsor representatives, introducing the visiting team for this SLR Sevens Series. The UUDS Tuskers, captained by former Isipatana player Kushan Indunil. And what a performance they have put on over these 2 legs. Been a breath of fresh air. And CHNFC, especially in this second leg, like Denan said, on their home territory, have really pulled their socks up. And Janidu Dilshan and his Chargers will be hopeful of what can only be labelled as an upset here over the Tuskers to try and clinch the second leg of this SLR 7 series.
Yes, Nathan, the foreign team, the Tuskers, they made a major impact on this tournament. through the 2 legs that we had at the CRNFC last weekend and yesterday and today here live from the racecourse. It's been lovely to watch the style of sevens rugby that they play along with their foreign talent. It's been incredible to watch and giving a good run for the Sri Lankan clubs. CHNFC rather taking on the UUDS Tuskers and CHNFC on home turf. They'll look to make an upset here at the racecourse.
Yes, and it's been interesting is Virun, we've been told there'll be a local champion as well as an overall champion of this SLR Sevens Series. So if CHNFC can get the win here, having won the plate segment in the first leg, their points aggregate will be very close to that of CRNFC as Devinda Ratnayaka with a lightning fast start here.
Yes, what a start they've started off with. Here's the Janadu Dilshan cutting back inside, showing a lot of intent. The Adi Gymkhana club puts an extra man in the ruck to make sure the ball is secured. Here's Pereira. Swings it across and a good spot tackle coming in by the Tuskers. Nevertheless, the home team rather with an overlap in the corner. Here's Janadu Dilshan, stop start and a brilliant cover defense nevertheless by the Tuskers. Ratnayaka right there. And what a counter ruck coming in, and that's the penalty. Engaging from the wrong direction, says the referee. So the Tuskers, here's their first opportunity in this finals.
So UUDS showing just how much they can dominate that physical contest. Yes, Rene Silva out to one of the foreign talents of the Tuskers. Silva gathers it again. Here's Kavindu De Costa. Is gang tackle by Malik Shashehan and given away another penalty as the CHNFC halfback, and he wasn't back the 10 meters either. And this is going to go from bad to worse for CHNFC. Referee Alexander reaching into his pocket.
Cynical error. You can't be doing that. How have you made a mistake like that? CHNFC, they know how important it is to have their full numbers as De Costa tries to snipe through the defense, but now UUDS Tuskers with just a couple of meters out, just on the 22.
It's taken some time for them to come this far. Here's Silva deputizing a scrum off to Costa. Here's the skipper Kushan Indunil. Skip pass through. Here's the big number 1 right there in the corner. Ratnayaka and Dilshan to stop him, and the offload and the first try for Vuata. Vuata coming in through, and that's the first try for the Tuskers.
Yes, the Tuskers making that look easy. Lovely bit of offloads on the corner. Took them a little time, but CHNFC, they lost the plot and they didn't go back that 10 meters. They reduced themselves to 6 players, Nathan.
Yes, that numbers advantage straight away. UUDS Tuskers capitalizing, managing to get the score through Vuata, and Kavindu De Costa's conversion just scrapes past the left-hand upright, but nonetheless UUDS will be the happier side. Take a look at that lovely hold-up play from the number 1, sucking in the CH defense, and Devinda Ratnayaka lost his man in the process, and Vuata needs no second invitation to jog towards that try line.
Absolutely, just running around that high hanging restart. Janadu Dilshan collects, but a back of the hand pass, and he finds his man. Risky pass that time. But CHNFC in their red zone. They're in the now. They need to get out of there. CHNFC trying to run from their 22.
Eskilan there trying to hold it up. Ball eventually finds its way to Janadu Dilshan, who punts this one downfield, but sweeping up for the Tuskers is Kavindu De Costa. And you don't want to be against him in a foot race. Tries to put that offload in, goes to no man's land, allows the CH defense to hold up though. But UEDS Tuskers doing really well to keep it. Yes, Tisulu now works it out to the number 1, and UEDS Tuskers will stroll this one in for the second try. Coming through their number 3, who goes over in the corner. That's Sefanala for the Tuskers to double their advantage.
Yes, the Tuskers, they go back to back, double down with just about 2 minutes left in the first half. The Tuskers, early advantage for them. CHNFC didn't help that they had the numbers disadvantage. But like you said, Nathan, clear difference between sizes, and that's showing out there.
As the physicality and the skill levels have been unparalleled, as the DeCosta's conversion attempt is unsuccessful. The UEDS Tuskers, they've made CH pay as much as they could in that 2-minute yellow card. They've suffered 2 tries coming in, and that's going to be something the Tuskers can't swallow. Beg your pardon, the CHNFC, in fact, and the restart contested and won straight away. Overlap in the corner, plenty of numbers. Let's see what DeCosta makes of this one. Swings it across. Here's the number 11, the try scorer. Breaks through the first one. And Janadu Dilshan, back-to-back blows. And this time it's the skipper. Deliberate knock forward. And the skipper is also off the park.
Yes, soon after they were restored to their full complement. Janadu Dilshan, unfortunate, they was trying to go for that interception, but by the letter of the law, he's on the wrong side. Hit that ball down onto the floor, and CHNFC down to 6 men once again, making it all the more difficult for them to try and launch a comeback here.
It's unfortunate that time for CHNFC, but with a man of experience like Janadu Dilshan, you got to know that you can't reach to that ball, and a deliberate knock-on sees him out for the next 2 minutes. As the Tuskers, they'll look to have the final say as well in the first half, with just about 30 seconds to go. Looking for that lovely inside ball, but Silva now trying to go by himself, doesn't make any progress. As the skipper now, the Tuskers looking to snipe through. Will they go to boot? No, they don't. Inside ball. Wata on the outside. He'll go for his brace. The Tuskers get 3 tries in the first half, and 2 coming the way of Wata. CHNFC having no answer for this dinner.
CHNFC's defense in 6s and 7s in that instance. Virun, what a brilliant performance by the Tuskers. Stood tall in that final tackle, and Huata, there was no stopping him at that space alone. And here's Rene Silva and his efforts to convert that try. Unsuccessful, but 15 points to nil. And that's halftime here, according to referee Ravin Alexander. 15 points up are the Tuskers against CHNFC, who will have a lot of work to do heading into that final 7 minutes of the tournament.
Yes, clear physicality difference between these two teams. As you take a look at the halftime confirmation, the UUDS Tuskers 15 points to nil against CHNFC, the home side, who have had no answers so far. So let's take a look at some of the highlights. Wata with the first try for the Tuskers, and then once again showing an inside ball, but going by himself, and then Wata once again went over for his brace as the Tuskers seal the first half with a 15-point lead.
So UDS Tuskers already with one hand on that SLR Sevens Championship. Won the first leg and now just 7 minutes stand between them and victory in this second leg here at the Racecourse International Stadium. CHNFC fortunately just couldn't get a look in, were pinned back inside their own 22 for most of that half, and that's all down to the physicality and the superior defense of the UUDS Tuskers, and the Gymkhana club not doing themselves any favors either. 2 yellow cards in that first half, played majority of it with just the 6 men on the park, and they'll need a miracle to turn this around.
Absolutely, Nathan. Cynical errors costing CHNFC, but the Tuskers, the first leg as well, beating CRNFC, the league champions of the club 15th segment, and now looks like they're on their way to beat CHNFC at their home side, home ground rather, the plate champions in the pre-concluded season, as DeCosta collects that one, the restart of the second half.
And here's the second half coming your way. You can see a small change for CHNFC. Darshan Dabare has come in the middle. Let's see what his tippy footwork and pace would do for his team, as another penalty coming in for the Tuskers. CH, the plate champions in that first leg as well in the Sevens Series last weekend. So this time they'll be hoping to change things around in the cup final. But as for now, they have a mammoth uphill task, as they're trailing 15 points against a fairly unmatched and physical UDS Tuskers side.
It's back to the full complement of 7 now, as DeCosta with another feed in. Tuskers with another score you feel can put this game to bed. Yes, Tisolu, lovely wraparound move with Kavindu DeCosta, sends Vuata on his way. Well marked in the tackle there by Darshana Dabare, and unfortunately Silva knocked it on, but had a penalty advantage coming his way, so referee Alex allows play to continue. Here's Indunil now, overlap in the corner for UUDS, he won't need it, he'll go over for the 4th try. Tisolo, he's played brilliantly so far, has really been a solid playmaker for UUDS, and that's a deserved try for him.
Absolutely. Good work once again. The continuity of play from the Tuskers, just helping them through, and they get their 4th try of the game. The conversion to come as well. They make it look really easy, Dylan. And right now they're just cruising along this cup final.
Just the Tuskers have played the basics the right way. They haven't done anything fancy, to be honest. It's just that they've used every opportunity given to them, and they've grabbed it with both hands. Here's the try replay. Tisolo had the numbers advantage. Yet again, the basic show and go. And easy does it for Tisolo and the Tuskers. 20 points on the board. And seems like they'll back the second leg home as well.
Yes, it's good to see. We have some crowds gathered for this cup final of the SLR Sevens, as it looks like that restart didn't go all the 10 meters, as the skipper Chandra Dirshan looking for options, but completely pushed back by Kushan Indunil. Good work by the Tuskers, but now Ratnayaka, CHNFC against a run of play. Dabare, it looks like wasn't ready for that tackle. Referee says play on, and Jayant Dilshan now opts to go to boot. Dabare on the chase. Will he get there? And yes, CHNFC looks like they'll go over. Malik Shah will go over for the first try for CHNFC. Will this just be consolation points, Nathan.
Well, chaos of that last restart, but the chaos helped CHNFC. Some scrappy balls going to hand, and Maliksha Pereira went over, and the extras have been added by Chandimal. So it's 20 points to 7 now, but just 3.5 minutes left. See the quick tap taken by Maliksha Pereira, and just not enough time for the Tuskers defense to get back into position, but still trailing by 13 points with just 2.5 minutes left. It's going to be quite the uphill task for CHNFC.
As another replacement too is coming on for CH. Ocean Gunaratna has come in, and as you did mention, CH, they are running against the clock as well, so they'll need to get some scores in if they were to at least get closer to that 20 points that they're chasing right now. And the last try, skipper Dilshan started it, didn't he? Put that chip kick in, and the chase was right up there, and Pereira's restart, he didn't travel the 10, so it's going to be a free kick for the Tuskers, and unforced error. Would that cost CH another try to chase, Nathan?
Yes, cardinal errors here by CHNFC. After you just scored a try, you can't be doing mistakes like this, as referee Alexander says. Hurry up to DeCosta. And now changing a direction of play, the Tuskers trying to run through, as not rolling away. CHNFC, Hiranta Pereira.
That's fine, going with the ball.
Now they've lost the ball forward, and Maliksha puts in a chip to his boot, as DeCosta is there to clear things up. DeCosta straight into that big hit, bumps off Maliksha. Now Tuskers, plenty of space to run to. Rajaratna, he goes in to that defense, and CHNFC have come away with the ball, not supporting his body weight in the ruck that time. Oh, that will be
cynical stuff from the Tuskers.
Number 6, deliberate knock on.
And yes, CHNFC now with one last opportunity to bring this game down to within one score. Just 20 seconds left on our clock. Yes, Devinder Ratnayaka out to Maliksha Pereira, who just lost his balance there. And the jackal is good from the UUDS Tuskers. Lovely hold up play. Gets the ball out, but it's like there has been a hold up. I think that last pass might have gone forward, Virun. And it's, yes, it has a forward pass and a scrum down in favor of CHNFC. So with the clock in the red, just one last opportunity for them to bring it, make it a 20 points to 14 game.
Yes, that pass did look forward, Nathan. But like I said, just anything that CHNFC can get now will be consolation points. Yes, that was the pass. The AR calling it back. CHNFC, will they have the final say in this finals? Just putting in that pop pass.
Dilshan looking to break past the defense. Yes, he does. Consolation try coming in nevertheless for CHNFC, as their skipper will dot down right underneath the sticks. And 5 points with the conversion to come. 12 points to 20, as CH, they'll be hoping to hurry things up. They can get another restart in. They can close this one over, but that is it. Full time here at Racecourse, and the end of what has been an absolute fantastic tournament, hasn't it? Brilliant rugby throughout the past 4 days, 2 weekends, and that's a full-time confirmation of the cup final. 20 points to 12, CHNFC suffering that defeat against the champions, the UDS Tuskers.
Yes, the Tuskers taking that one home, but CHNFC have no one to blame but themselves. They played the first half mostly with the player down, but take a look at this. This was a good try by Maliksha, taking that quickly, and then this was the final say coming through the skipper of the home side. Johnny the Dilshan touching down under the post for that final try, but just consolation points for them as the UUDS Tuskers will be champions of the SLR Sevens. They were champions of the first leg, Nathan, and now the second leg.
This as we take a look at the key stats for unconverted tries for the Tuskers, 2 tries and the 1 conversion for CHNFC, 20 points to 12. And like you said, Virun, looking back at this game, the Gymkhana club only have themselves to blame for that first half performance. Remember, UUDS scored 15 of their 20 points in that first 7 minutes, so a much better performance in the second half from CHNFC, but just not enough to see them over the line here in this cup final of the second leg of the SLR Sevens Series. And UUDS Tuskers on their flight back home will take this SLR Sevens Championship with them.
Yes, they will, and they'll be proud of that, coming to a foreign country and winning the tournament at in both legs as well. It's an achievement for them, as they will definitely be the proud recipients of the cup of the SLR Sevens tournament. Lovely 2 weekends we had, Nathan. Plenty of sevens action. The provincial segment as well that was introduced. It was lovely to see the improvement and the start of Sri Lankan rugby. Some of these kids, and hopefully this will continue throughout, and we'll see an improvement of Sri Lanka rugby throughout the years.
Yes, certainly, Virun. And with that being said, we'll throw into a short commercial break with the presentation ceremony on the other side. Don't go anywhere.
The biggest spectacle in franchise cricket, Indian Premier League, is back for another thrilling season. Sri Lanka's finest stars and the global icons are ready to set the grandest stage of them all ablaze. Every six that shakes the stadium, every yorker that silences the crowd, every moment that stops your heart. Don't just watch it, feel it. Live on ThePapare.com.
This happened. Oh, what an effort. Good technique.
ලොව අංක එකේ ක්‍රිකට් සැනකෙලිය නැවතත් තියුණු තරගකාරීත්වයේ උණුසුම දැන් ඔබේ නිවසටම IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Television සමග එක්වන්න. රුපියල් 397කට IPL පාස් එක සක්‍රිය කරගෙන මුළු IPL සීසන් එකම Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ නවමන්න. සක්‍රිය කිරීමට ඔබේ දුරකථනයෙන් on හිස්තැන DTV හිස්තැන ඔබේ ගෙනුම් අංකය හිස්තැන 2026 ලෙස ටයිප් කර 0770 679 679ට SMS කරන්න.
හයේ පහරවල් දියුණු කඩුලු දවා ගැනීම මේ කිසිම දෙයක් මගහැරගන්න එපා. කොතැන සිටියත් ඕනෑම වෙලාවක සජීවීව IPL අත්දැකීම දැන් ඔබේ අතටම. IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Play සමග එක්වන්න. අදම Dialog Play App එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර රුපියල් 278ක් රීලෝඩ් කරන්න. Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ මුළු IPL තරගාවලියම සජීවීව නරඹන්න.
Epic rivalries reignited. The big match season is here. Iconic showdowns from Colombo to Kandy, from Mathura to Jaffna. Battle of the Blues, Maroons, Saints, Brothers, and so much more. Witness history as the future stars clash for glory. Big Match Season 2026. Live on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement. This is not just cricket. This is passion. This is pride. This is Pakistan's biggest T20 spectacle. Watch every boundary, every wicket, every unforgettable moment of the Pakistan Super League 2026. Live on the Papare 1 and the Papare 1 HD, Dialog Play App and ThePapare.com.
Schools Rugby is back. The Dialog Schools Rugby Knockouts 2026 ignites the season. Defending dreams or shattering rivals? Who's claiming glory in 2026? Watch the action live on Dialog Television, Dialog Play, and ThePapare.com. Schools Rugby Unleashed.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports. Live the action, feel the excitement. The biggest spectacle in franchise cricket, Indian Premier League, is back for another thrilling season. Sri Lanka's finest stars and the global icons are ready to set the grandest stage of them all ablaze. Every six that shakes the stadium, every yorker that silences the crowd, every moment that stops your heart. Don't just watch it, feel it. Live on ThePapare.com.
This happened. Oh, what an effort. Good technique.
ලොව අංක එකේ ක්‍රිකට් සැනකෙළිය නැවතත් තියුණු තරගකාරීත්වයේ උණුසුම දැන් ඔබේ නිවසටම IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Television සමග එක්වන්න. රුපියල් 397කට IPL පාස් එක සක්‍රිය කරගෙන මුළු IPL සීසන් එකම Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ නරඹන්න. සක්‍රිය කිරීමට ඔබේ දුරකථනයෙන් on හිස්තැනක් DTV හිස්තැනක් ඔබේ ගෙනුම් අංකය හිස්තැනක් 2026 ලෙස ටයිප් කර 0770 679 679ට SMS කරන්න.
හයේ පහරවල් දියුණු කඩුළු දවා ගැනීම මේ කිසිම දෙයක් මගහැරගන්න එපා. කොතැන සිටියත් ඕනෑම වෙලාවක සජීවීව IPL අත්දැකීම දැන් ඔබේ අතටම. IPL උන්මාදයට Dialog Play සමග එක්වන්න. අදම Dialog Play app එක ඩවුන්ලෝඩ් කර රුපියල් 268ක් රීලෝඩ් කරන්න. Star Sports නාලිකා ඔස්සේ මුළු IPL තරගාවලියම සජීවීව නරඹන්න.
Epic rivalries reignited. The big match season is here. Iconic showdowns from Colombo to Kandy, from Mathura to Jaffna. Battle of the Blues, Maroons, Saints, Brothers, and so much more. Witness history as the future stars clash for glory. Big Match Season 2026. Big Match Season 2026. Live on Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel. Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Experience every heartbeat and every goal like never before. From cricket to football, rugby to athletics, we capture the spirit of every sport that ignites our passion. Relive legendary moments, exclusive interviews and expert commentary, all in one place. Join us for live coverage of thrilling matches and events, bringing you closer to the action. Together, we unite a nation through the love of sports.
If I could have the captain of North Central Eagles, Uva Tigers, Southern Sharks, Western Warriors, Uva Knights, Central Gladiators, Northwestern Blacks, Northwestern Stallions, the captains of the provincial women's teams, Northwestern Blacks, Central Gladiators, Northwestern Stallions, and now the women's teams, Navy Sports Club. All her. Air Force Sports Club Women's. Army Rugby Club Women's. And Navy Sports Club Women's. Army didn't come. Army Rugby Club Women's. Thank you very much, Ms. Tilini Senanayaka. Next up, I would like to call upon the certificates. Thank you, Ms. Tilini. Next up, I would like to call upon the Secretary of Sri Lanka Rugby, Subhash Jayatilaka, to hand out the participation certificates to the men's teams. First up, CRNFC. CH and FC. Police Sports Club. Navy Sports Club. Army Rugby. CH and FC. Air Force Sports Club, Sri Lions Sports Club, let's go, and finally the UUDS Tuskers. Thank you, Mr. Subhash. Next up, I would like to call upon Ms. Sarah Chang to hand out the Provincial Women's Player of the Series. From the Western Warriors, it's Minoli Jude. Next up, it will be the best player of the club women's, and it goes to Idusha Pereira of Air Force Sports Club Women's. Thank you, Ms. Sarah. I would like to call upon EXCO member Stefan Gregory to hand out the best player of the club men's 7 series. It goes out to Kavindu Di Costa of the UUDS Tuskers. Now we move to the team awards. Thank you very much, Stefan. First up, it will be the series provincial women's runner-up. And to hand out this, I would like to call upon Mr. Hu Bin Han, the head of South Asia Women Union Pay. The runner-up goes to Northwestern Blacks. Next up, it will be the series women's club runners-up, and to award the runners-up, I would like to call upon Mr. Hu Bin Han. The runners-up, Air Force Women's. Hari. Provincial women's, huh? Women's. Western Warriors. Western Warriors. Right. The series provincial women's champions. Mr. Hu Binhan, if you could hand out the medals for Western Warriors. If you could have the team come up and receive the medals. එයාම තමයි දෙන්නේ. ඔව්. If the team could come up and receive the Champions Trophy from Mr. Hu Bin Han, Western Warriors. He's giving. Yeah. Yeah. පල්ලෑ. නේවි ඒවා දැන් ඊළඟ ඒවා දෙන්නේ. ඔව් දැන් ඊළඟ ඒවා දෙන්නේ ක්‍රිස්පි. Congratulations to the series winners of the provincial segment, Western Warriors. Next up, I would like to call forward Mr. Crispin Vijayasekara to hand out the series champions medals to Navy Sports Club Women. Put your hands together for Navy Rugby, the women's team, the champions of the women's series. The captain could come up and receive the Champions Trophy from Mr. Crispin. The Women's Club Series winners, Navy Sports Club Women. අනිත් ඒවා හැමෝටම මෙඩල්ස් තියෙනවද? So third place එකට දැන් එලිම ට්‍රොෆි එක විතරයි. UUDS නැරනේ? UUDS. Put your hands together for Navy Sports Club, the women's team, the champions of the women's segment of the Bogoliv Union Bay SLR Sevens Series. Mr. Crispin, if you could stay ahead to hand out the third place of the series for the men's segment, and it goes out to CH and FC. If I could have the skipper of CH and FC come up and receive the trophy for third place of the Bogoliv Sri Lanka Rugby Sevens Series. If you could have the CHNFC team come up to take the group picture with your skipper. CHNFC. Next up, the runners-up of the Men's Club 7 Series. It goes out to CRNFC. If the team could follow Gamunuchetia for the team picture. Then neither. Mr. Crispin, if you could stay ahead and hand out the champions' medals to the Sevens Series champions, the UUD Tuskers. If the team could come up and receive their medals from Mr. Crispin Vijayasekara, the country manager, Sri Lanka and Maldives Union Pay International. The champions of the Bogoliv Union Pay Sri Lanka Rugby Sevens Series, the UUDS Tuskers. The captain, if you could receive the trophy from Mr. Crispin Vijayasekara. The team can follow with the team picture. The champions, UUDS Tuskers. We have one final award to the local champions of the Bogoliv Union Pay Sri Lanka Rugby Sevens Series. And that goes out to CR and FC. The local champions of the Bogoliv Union Pay Sri Lanka Rugby Sevens Series, CR and FC. We would like to now thank the sponsors, Bogoliv Union Pay, all the provincial coaches, the referees, the organizing committee, and all officials and volunteers whose hard work was put together to bring about this Bogoliv Union Pay Sri Lanka Rugby Sevens Series 2026. A big thank you goes out to the referees, to the teams, to the officials, the organizing committee, and everyone behind the scenes. Thank you very much.
And there you have it, the champions of the Sri Lanka Rugby Sevens Series 2026, the UUDS Tuskers, travelling all the way from Dubai and making their mark felt in Sri Lanka, and the local champions CR and FC as well. That brings us to the end of proceedings here at Racecourse Stadium, the end of 2 days of scintillating rugby action. Thank you for tuning in, and brought to you live to your screens from Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉස්දින්න ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast from ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.